Yeah, we did it! What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream, and a very happy Magic Monday, one and all. Hopefully things are back to normal. We're back to a normal week of content, of life in general, after 2 weeks of a lot, but it was all worth it. What an amazing weekend we had. I'm sure we're going to talk all about it throughout the course of the stream. We can hear from all of you how your weekends were, what you might have thought of all the content that we put out last week. But for those of you that may be new, whether you're watching live or on the VOD, what's going on, everybody? This is Joe.
And Amy.
We are Geek for All, and we are here tonight, as we are every Monday night, to play some Magic the Gathering Arena, specifically some more mixed-up Premier Draft, sort of Arena's version of a Chaos Draft. We talked about this a bit last week, but as always, we're willing to chat about it, answer questions, etc., that people might have about, like, what is a mixed-up Premier Draft, etc. But otherwise, if you are watching us and you want to join us in chat, we'd love to hear from you. Like I said, how was your weekend? Did you play in pre-release? Did you watch our videos? Or in general, just how was your weekend or week since we last saw you? We'd love to know, so you're more than welcome to let us know in chat.
Inquiring Mindscrew is already here saying what's poppin'.
What's going on, Inquiring Mindscrew? Happy Magic Monday.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. And it also says FO, which I'm not sure what that means.
Well, good evening to you as well.
So please explain it or let me know if it was a typo.
I'm going to start the draft, but please don't ever let that preclude you from chatting with us. That is not how this works. So always, you're more than welcome.
One of my pre-releases had 100 people playing.
Wow.
I wanted to stay for the 5 rounds, but I ended up going 2-1 and went home before I got too tired.
Okay. I don't blame you for that. But that's a 2-1 record is very good.
Yeah.
Congrats on that. And 100 people is really cool. Congrats to that store.
Yeah, that's a pretty big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Erica is here saying, "Hi, my dears."
What is up, Erica? Happy
Good
Magic
to see
Monday
you.
to you as well. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I interrupted you.
Yeah, you're good. I'll live.
Well, one of us interrupted the other one.
Maybe.
Inquiring Mind Screw says, "The Warp Gate in Columbus, Ohio."
Oh, that's the name of the store. Okay, cool. Like I said, good for them.
And FO was a typo.
Yeah, we had every event this weekend at Champion was packed. Absolutely packed to the gills. Regular 6:30 pre-release on Friday, midnight pre-release on Friday into Saturday, 1 o'clock two-headed chocobo event on Saturday, and a 6 o'clock regular event on Saturday, as well as an event on Sunday, aka yesterday. Absolutely incredible. We had a blast all weekend.
Yeah.
All weekend.
I played the two-headed chocobo with him. It was cool.
It was. It was cool. Two-headed chocobo, by the way, if people are unfamiliar, it's just two-headed giant, but it's Final Fantasy, so they called it two-headed chocobo.
Did you wear the cosplay all weekend? I attempted to. I wore the outfit all weekend. The first day I did the hairstyle. The second day it poured like a mother, and it just wasn't going to happen. Like it would have been impossible for me to do that with my hair that day. So I couldn't. And then the third day, I just was tired of trying, so I didn't do the hairstyle that day either. But I did wear the dress, and I had the nunchucks with me all of the days. Which meant I had to wash the dress each time in between. Which was fine, except that I sewed a zipper onto the dress because her dress zippers, and my dress didn't. So I sewed a zipper on it, and I basically just tacked it, in certain spots instead of sewing it all the way. And because I don't want to ruin the dress, I still want to be able to wear it after that.
It is a very nice dress.
Thank you. And washing it made the stitches come out, so I had to redo the stitching. But it worked out. It was fine. And it was cool because we met somebody at the store who had seen me the day before dressed as Selfie and really loves Final Fantasy, and then said, "Oh, I really love Final Fantasy, blah, blah, blah." And I was able to say, "Here's our channel, check it out." So, maybe you'll get us a viewer. So yeah. I appreciate that. Inquiring Mind Screw says, "Sup, Erica." So, Erica, what is up?
Yeah, to both of you. I mean, obviously, Inquiring Mind Screw, it sounds like, is that the only pre-release you did all weekend? And, of course, did you open anything fun? Like, what kind of a deck did you have that went 2-1?
I understand not being able to do it all weekend, but I'm glad y'all had fun this weekend. Yes.
We really, really did.
We really did.
In fact, Greg from the store messaged me earlier to again reiterate how much fun he also had and how much he enjoyed, or they enjoyed, the weekend.
Yeah, if I'm going to all of these events, even though I don't really play Magic, a lot of times I'm doing it because Joe needs to go, or so I try to do other things at the same time, or I'm kind of there to, because I feel it's important for me to be there because it's our sponsor store, and so it's important to me that I go and be there for these events, even though I don't actually play. So I don't really go there and like have a ton of fun usually. It's a responsibility of mine, or at least that's how I see it. And so I go, and it's nice to see people and things like that. But this time I really had a great time because I played the two-headed chocobo, played, Joe helped.
Well, I
And
think you did great. You know that.
and I got to do some other things as well as have an amazing time in the store itself with the people there. So it was really beneficial for me personally this time around in a way that it typically isn't.
Right. You usually will tend to find, like when we go to pre-releases, you'll tend to find like the people that have buys or are there
Right.
as like friends with other people who aren't playing.
Right.
And so you get to like chat with them and like meet new people and learn about them and their lives and stuff like that. So that's always kind of cool to like hear your stories of that when we kind of meet back up again afterwards.
Yeah. Frog Pizza is here saying, "Wow, just got here. Appalled by the title. Nothing better than Arena Cube."
Fair enough, Frog Pizza. It's just a question, right? It's got the question mark at the end because it's just this is what they're replacing with Cube during this portion of things. So was just curious, and we shall see.
Or replacing Cube with.
What did I say?
Replacing with Cube.
Oh, my bad. Yes, replacing Cube with. You're totally right.
Yeah.
Hey, let's see who we're drafting with really quickly. Tripe Bomb. Tripe? Wow, okay. End User, Rage Mage, Rags to Riches. I feel like we've seen this person before. Akodo Cage, Caradactyl, and Magic Gamer 98. So notably Tripe. Are people familiar with Tripe? That's an interesting thing to see. If you know what Tripe is, let us know in chat. If you don't know what Tripe is, let us know in chat. I don't know if it's like an Italian thing specifically, but I know that like many of my Italian relatives really like Tripe. I have never tried it, but that's because of what it is, and I'm not interested.
I've tried it, and it's okay.
It looks like the inside of our purple mattress.
It does. Yeah. It like depends on how well the person knows how to make it, whether it's okay or whether it's like, ugh, no. Inquiring Mindscrew says, I did 2 pre-releases at 2 different stores. The first deck was red blue and had, I think, 4 on color rares.
Hell yeah.
Wow. I went 2 and 1 for that one. And at the other store, I had I'm sorry, that was red black. Did I say red black or did I say red blue? But that was a red black deck. This is a blue black deck with some splashing. The second deck had the water crystal that won me a game.
Oh, did you get to actually mill them out with it? That's the water crystal's the mill one, right? Where anytime they would mill, they mill that many plus 4, I think. And you can then tap to mill them for every card in your hand, if I remember the card correctly.
And then Frog Pizza says, sometimes I think about writing interesting names down from Arena that I play and make a big long list, but I never do.
Okay.
I used to play on X-Mage in 2010s.
Interesting.
X-Mage. What's that? Do we know what that is?
I've heard of it, but I wouldn't be able to describe it to you. So
Oh, okay.
someone else can tell you if they feel like it.
An Inquiring Mindscrew says, I milled them and I was also splashing with hope.
Okay. Ooh. Terror Tide. All creatures get -X for X number of permanents in your graveyard. Public Enemy. All creatures attack enchanted creatures controller each combat if able. When the creature dies, draw a card. Humiliate. Draconic Disciple. Legion's Judgments is pretty good. Minimus Containment we know is very good. But I just took all the white out. Look, Amy.
Oh, yeah. I don't like this one.
Oh, my bad. What about this?
Yeah. Look at that pretty baby.
Why do you think it's a baby?
Look at that pretty baby. It would be my baby.
Weird.
You're weird.
That sounds right. Yeah, I'll take a board wipe, I guess. Sure. I don't know how many things are going to be in my graveyard, but I guess we'll find out.
It's a shark.
Yeah, it's a pouncing shore shark, and I'm probably going to take it. Yeah, I'll probably take it. It seems pretty good.
It has arms, so I would think it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a shark beast. Ooh, Sengir Connoisseur. Whenever one or more other creatures die, put a counter on this creature. Triggers only once each turn. Aw, look at him.
He's flying around.
It's a colossal sky turtle. He's got Ward 2.
Marcus is here saying sup.
What's up, Marcus? Happy Magic Monday. How's every little thing? Yeah, when we played... So, the way that the two-headed giant / chocobo worked was, if people are unfamiliar with how you do it during a pre-release, we each opened a kit, Amy and I. So, whatever. The two partners would open a kit together, right? And then, Skeleton Archer... No, I don't care about that as much. Exile and then bring it back. That's not bad. I don't need the land if we're only 2 colors. I'll take Skyskipper Duo, sure. Anyway, we each open a kit, and then we combine our pools and make 2 decks out of it, which is pretty cool. And so Amy, of course, as usual, if you all have watched any of our older stuff where Amy would open bundles or her own pre-release kits and things like that, Amy opened like a monster. So we had double Vincent Valentine in our pool. We had 3 Tifa in our pool. So we had a lot of fun. It was a cool thing. 3 mana. Guess I'll take that. Okay. I was trying to do +1/+1 counter shenanigans since we got the Tabarax, but I don't know if that's going to work as well as I had hoped. Constellation. I definitely don't have a lot of enchantments. Emergency Weld, though, from our graveyard to our hand, and make a soldier. There's the counterspell, but it cares about dragons. There's the -2/2 debilitating injury. That's a pretty good one. Is it better than this? I think it kind of is. So I'll take the injury.
Are you going to be adding insult?
Very good. Hopefully not. Whenever another blue creature I control enters, they mill 2. I mean, I guess I just take Treasure Cruise. It sure is Treasure Cruise. Minimus Containment came back, but so did Arrester's Admonition. I'll take that over this. Yeah, okay. Cool. Run away together.
Yeah, it's cute.
I know you like it. But also, you're weird.
Yeah, I love him.
Unfortunately, we weren't in those colors, or it wasn't late enough in the pack where there wasn't anything for us where I could have taken it for the deck box. Sorry about that. Well, there's nothing here for us. Any of these white cards stand out to you, art-wise?
Oh, the first one, obviously.
You got it.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah. Oh, Amy, look, you're Pangolin.
Yeah.
The Gloom Pangolin. But you don't like gloom.
He doesn't look gloomy. He looks cute.
I guess I'll take that. Either of these arts? 3 seconds.
Nope.
Okay. I was like, okay, I mean... Sage of Mysteries came back, but again, we don't have a lot of enchantments, so it goes to the sideboard. It's a Gruul Mythic,
You're
Amy.
welcome.
I wonder whose fault that is that we just got that, huh?
Nobody's. It's just great, so it showed up.
Fel Spectre, 4 mana, 1/3. When it enters, they discard a card. Whenever an opponent discards a card, they lose 2 life. The Surgical Bay, we could sack it to draw a card. Duress, Disperse to bounce something for 2. Oblivion's Hunger, Indestructible, draw a card if it has a counter on it. The Hound, 1/1 Menace. Whenever another creature you control with power 2 or less enters, surveil 1. Sure, I'll take a 1-drop. Pass that Mythic. Congrats, I guess. To somebody. Oh, look, Amy. Ancient Crab.
I love it. Marcus says Virus Beetle, removal, or lands.
Oh, was that... Was
The
Virus
last
Beetle
one.
in the... Oh. Unlikely Aid, Moment of Defiance, or Opt. I mean, it's got to be Opt, right?
Probably.
Dramatic Accusation. Tap a thing, it doesn't untap, and we can shuffle enchanted creature into its owner's library for 2 blue. It's pretty good. Sure. I'm pretty sure we need more removal. So I'll take it. Drawn 2 or more cards. Death Touch Lifelink. If it's suspected, put a counter on it, otherwise suspect it. Sack it. -X, number of snowlands. No. Stop Cold. Tap enchanted permanent. It loses all abilities and doesn't untap. You got it. Thank you. Whenever a gate you control enters, that's not a thing. So sure. I'll take the removal. It is 4 mana, but we'll make it work. Our curve still looks like it's an appropriate curve. See? It's doing the thing.
Being a hill.
Yeah. A bell curve, you know?
It's not a bell at all.
Meh. Okay. Unctus's Retrofitter. Passwall Adept. I mean, that's a good card in the late game, I suppose. 3 mana, one of our creatures can't be blocked this turn. It's pretty good. I like that. My phone's like blowing up. What's happening? Ether Spike. Counter target spell, you get 2 energy. Pay any amount of energy, or choose a spell, and then counter it unless they pay 1 for each energy paid, which would be a max of 2. I could take Deep Freeze, though. Enchanted creature has base power and toughness 04, has defender, loses all other abilities, and is a blue wall. I guess I'll take the flyer. Because basically making an 04 means it's going to be really difficult to get through it, so. I will just do that, and I will take the Drake. Flying is important. It's a good thing to have. 4/3 lifelink for 5 seems a little expansive. But we could give something flying. Counter target spell with mana value 4 or greater for 2? It's not bad. I'll take the counter spell. Why not? Why not? Okay, I mean, we're definitely in the right colors.
Oh, that's good.
Look at all the things that we have.
Yeah.
Want to know... I ignored that one before for a reason. Counter target artifact or creature spell unless they pay 4. So another counter spell or another flyer. Sure, flyer it is. Take the land. Sure. How are there still birds chirping outside? It's 8:25 p.m.
Oh, is that what that noise was?
Yes, there's a ton of birds chirping out there. Super annoying.
Building nests.
Sorry, Amy.
When I was driving, I saw something out of the corner of my eye, and it was this big, like, branchy thing that was dead. It was, but it fell from a, like, awning of a building.
Oh.
But I had just seen it go up, and I was like, that's weird. Because
cat or something?
I saw it go up, but I didn't realize that a bird was carrying it when it went up. And then I saw it drop back down, and then the bird brought it back up again. I was like, Jesus Christ.
That's funny. I mean, we'll just put it in the sideboard, and then take Wall of Runes also to the sideboard. And our last pick, we're still going to have to make cuts out of here. Over the Edge. Okay. Well, first things first, let's make some cuts. Flip this thing around, go like this. It is pretty good. Probably that can absolutely go away. I think this can too. Lets me draw a card and then gives it flying as well. I mean, that just seems insane. I'll take that happily. Or keep that happily, I mean.
Right.
That can go away. I don't need that. I like this one. It says whenever we cycle or discard, it gets +1/+1. But it's a 2-mana 1/3 flyer. I'll keep it. I don't know if I want this one though. 3-mana 2/1 flyer? I don't know. Scavenger's good. Deadeye's fine. Rope Master. I think I gotta cut one of these 5-drops. How many ETB effects do we have? I mean, that's different. That's not exactly it. When this enters, exile up to 1 card. When it enters, and whenever another creature with power 2 or less enters, when it mutates, and when it enters. Interesting. Okay, and then what do you do? Whenever one of our other creatures die. That could be our opponent's creatures too, huh? Triggers only once each turn. Actually, I think I'll get rid of her, and then we need one more cut. It'll be Runaway together.
Boo.
What would you like our deck box art to be? It could be Centaur Peacemaker, since it's both colors that we're not in. It could be Sagittar's Volley.
Yeah.
Over the Edge.
Whoa.
Knightly Valor. Enforcer Griffin. Steadfast Cathar. Phalanx Leader. Or Ancestral Katana.
I think the first one.
The Peacemaker?
Yeah, because I would have picked the katana, but this one's very pretty.
It really is. Okay. Also, Amy, speaking of things you get to pick, what sleeves are we using?
Let's see. Are there any we haven't really used?
I mean, probably.
Yeah. How about go back up? How about the Planeswalker one?
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this one. That's cool. It's from Zendikar.
It's pretty awesome.
I agree. All right, well, then let's give this a try. Besides Inquiring Mindscrew, anybody else out there get to play in any Final Fantasy events this weekend? Or Did anybody get to open any Final Fantasy yet? And also, what did you think of our videos? I don't need you to butter me up. I just mean like, oh wow, we're playing Rags to Riches, who was in the draft with us.
Uh-oh. I don't like when they do that.
Interesting. All right, they mulliganed. We are not mulliganing. But anyway, yeah, I'm not asking for like, please like butter me up. I just mean like, what did you think of the video? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Did you think we opened well or poorly? We want to know.
Okay. So Frog Pizza says, no, I don't play in paper because money.
Fair enough. Totally fair.
Get that.
So if they play another creature, we can tap that one down. They don't. Return a permanent you control to its owner's hand if it has unearth. Instead, exile it, then return it. Activate only during your turn. Weird. Okay. Allow Frost Links and tap down your thing. Because it's the only choice. I mean, I might as well cartouche on this guy, I guess. I could leave up Lurking Deadeye. Maybe I'll just do that. It's probably a better option. And then have Rope Master for the turn after. Dawnbringer Cleric. That's a good one. They gain 2 life. Smart. Alright, so what I want them to do is block here. That would be very fun for me. Combat. Swing for 2. They blocked. Sick.
Awesome.
Yeah, it is. Now I get a 4/2, and their creature dies. Perfect. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to choose my own. It'll be theirs. Perfect. Pass. Love it. Okay. Drown in Ichor, -4/-4, and Proliferate. Okay.
Marcus says, I just print cards now.
You are not the first person I've heard say that. And I don't blame you.
Yep.
Right, let's play this. What does this guy do whenever it attacks? Other humans get +1/+0. I don't really care. Let's go to combat and attack. Let's see if they trade here or if they just let it through. I assume they just let it through, right? Just go to 20. Because now I can play the Peerless Rope Master and return my own tapped creature to my hand that can then come back in and tap their thing down. God, I love that. Okay. That's pretty great.
Yep.
Return a creature with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield and create a young hero roll attached to it. Whenever it attacks, if its toughness is 3 or less, put a counter on it. You got it. It's not going to be attacking though, because I will just block. Oh, interesting. It says other humans, so I'm going to call your bluff. Let's see if you got it. Or at least, sorry, I'll rephrase. I'll make you have it. There it is. Okay. They'll trade. Worth it. They 2-for-1 to themselves, so yes, thank you. Frostlinks that you know about. Tap your creature down. Same creature I tapped last time. And then, I guess, is this an instant? It's a sorcery, so I might as well do this and draw a card. 3/3 flyer, drew another land. All right, deck. We're good. We're good on land now. Thanks. We can hard cast Treasure Cruise in 2 turns. Which is very dumb. You're supposed to delve these things.
Marcus says it only took opening one washed out or miscut card to decide against giving WotC my money.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, they did a lot of fucking around, let's be real.
Destroy an artifact or enchantment, you gain 4 life. Not bad. We drew another land, because of course we did. F us, right? We have 2 cards in our graveyard. I don't think I can get... Well, I could get the creature back, but I don't need it. I'm going to delve them both away. 1, 2, submit. And then auto-pay the rest. Drawing 3 cards. Attacking for 2. And of course I drew a mono black card. so I couldn't play it even though I did have a land open, but it's all good. They draw a card again. You got it. They have one card in hand. That's it. Knight's Pledge, +2/+2 on the thing. Very cool. If I do this during my turn, I can draw a card. You got it. I'm just going to bounce. Like, they can draw another card, but, like, I just bounce that back to their hand. They lose the Knight's Pledge. So that's totally worth it to me. Let's go like this. Return that to your hand. It was cast during my main phase, so I draw a free card. I can play Tabarax, I guess. And the Snarling Gorehound. I know what's in your hand and on the field. I'm not afraid of anything, so swing and pass.
He says, I can't support increasing prices while decreasing quality. That and being directly lied to.
Fair enough. Well, interesting, right? The Final Fantasy prices are very high.
Yeah.
I think people are anticipating... Oh, they drew Vraska's Contempt. Good for you. I think they're anticipating this set being similar to Lord of the Rings. And it's doubt. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be as big as Lord of the Rings, but it did seem very big when we were at the events and stuff.
Well,
so
people are more than happy to go to a pre-release, but they're not gonna spend $700 on a box. Like,
it was $700 to $800 for a collector booster box right now. That's too many. I wouldn't do that.
yeah, no.
And we didn't do that. It's no way.
I'm sorry, but you want to compare it to Lord of the Rings, but Lord of the Rings was what, 300, 400 for collector boosters? Like,
offhand, I don't remember, like, when it first came out.
I think that's
I'm
what
not
they
sure.
said.
Sure, maybe.
So, like, you can't just, like, double that and think that, like, it's gonna work. You know what I mean? Like, that's a little much there, Watsy.
Alright, so I'll kill their creature, I'll go to combat, I'll swing with everything. They're back to 19 because they gained that life earlier. I don't need to play the land, we can keep the hand land up. I think I just kill this dog now because it keeps drawing them cards. I know, I'm sorry, I just said I'd kill a dog. Please don't take me out of context or hate me. But for 3 mana every turn they can draw a card, whereas right now if they draw a land, they just do nothing this turn. And or if it's mana value 4 or greater, I can just counter it. So
Marcus says Final Fantasy has already outsold Lord of the Rings in kits pre-orders. I know several people who have already purchased them. These folks are not in my play group. Thank you, Rags to Riches. The virtuous. Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, I know Champion had to do pre-orders. Not had to, but they did pre-orders for events to make sure that, like, some of the events they had to cap. I think only one they had to cap where they, like, turned it, like, 1 or 2 people away.
Yeah, because there just wasn't enough space for everybody.
The space, as well as wanting to make sure that they had enough kits to fulfill everything, and made sure they weren't doing kit pre-orders, except, like, they were doing event pre-orders, not, like, kit to, like, buy and take home pre-orders.
Right.
Because then once the weekend was over, starting today, they were offering them up for sale. Obviously, once the events were in the can, so to speak. So,
Gregor Miller is here saying, woot, just in time with a smile face. Nice deck so far.
thank you very much. I appreciate
Smile
that.
face again.
No, it's going to be mana value 4 or greater, so I'm not going to do that. I'll play the creature as opposed to the anticipate. I can wait on the anticipate. I'm going to play the Drake next turn.
Good to see you back, Gregor.
Yeah, great to have you.
Let us know how you're doing.
Yeah. Alright, Amass Zombies 1. Play my 3rd land. Play the Drake. And pass. Alright, so Lurking Deadeye could be next turn. I could just keep up these because they'll have 4 mana. So if they, like, tap out, I can counter their thing. But then obviously the issue is if they don't tap out, why, we'll see what they have. I didn't put my Drake at risk, but precipitous drop. venture into the dungeon, and -2/-2. That's why. Okay. Because whichever of our creatures we blocked with was the one they were going to kill. So I'm actually glad they killed this guy instead of this. So, but they scry 1. They did the Lost Mine of Phandelver. We drew another land, which is unfortunate. Our deck seems to like to do that.
Yeah, well, it is ours, after all.
Yep, it sure is. And then I pass because I can keep up the Counterspell or the Lurking Deadeye. I guess I... Interesting. I feel like I'm supposed to not care. It's 2 damage. Who cares? Yeah, let's let it happen. And then I'll counter the 4-drop that they play right now. Right? Yeah. Oh, wow. They had 2 Venture into the Dungeon cards. Damn. Synergy. Okay. And then before my turn, I guess I'll anticipate 1 into our hand and the rest on the bottom in any order. Damn. I could get a 1/3 flyer or I could get Treasure Cruise. It's going to be the flyer, I guess. Wow. Interesting. Cartouche. Damn. Okay. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I play the land.
Sorry.
It was so loud.
It's just my necklace is very jingly. There's a lot of pieces that hit into each other.
I think I just end the turn here and flash in this Deadeye to kill one of their things. Lurking Deadeye blocks the 1/1. Yeah, perfect. We take 1 and go to 17. Defiler of Flesh.
Oh,
4/4
shit.
menace for 4. As an additional cost to cast black permanent spells, they can pay 2 life. Those spells cost a black less to cast if they paid life this way. It only reduces the amount of black mana. And whenever they cast a black permanent, one of their creatures gets +1/+1 and menace until end of turn.
Wow.
6th land, I'll play the Cartouche on the Deadeye to give it flying. Draw a card. Of course it's a land. God damn it. Combat, swing for 7. They go to 9. And then we play our 1/3 flyer and pass.
It's not nice to call it a dead eye. Yeah.
Nice.
Impaired vision isn't a joke.
Wow. Oh, shit. Well, I'm not going to do this. 1? We have 1 permanent in our graveyard? God damn it. That's funny. Okay. Combat 5, 6, 7, 8. They go to 1? God damn it.
Terror Tide. Just seems like a commercial for Tide when they're like trying to go extreme. Your clothes are gonna get so clean.
Ooh, Obstinate Baloth. They gain 4 life. Good for you. I mean, I still have... Yeah, I was going to say, I still have 8 damage in the air, but... yeah, whatever.
Thank you, Jermail. Jermail.
I agreed with the first way.
Okay. The virtuous.
We are Silver Tier 1. Okay, well, 750 gold. Very nice. Let's keep it going.
Marcus says, a buddy of mine has spent the last year frantically trying to make all the money... money he spent on Magic worth it. I met him last summer before he spent several $1,000s on sealed product.
Wow.
He refuses to build more than 5 decks. Make it make sense. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
for sure. For sure. Yeah, I mean, that's why, you know, I appreciate the fact, wow, another Lazotep Reaver. 2 games in a row, huh? Okay. I really appreciate the fact that I get to open the product at Champion, because I would not spend that kind of money. In fact, I think, I mean, you all could track it on this channel, I suppose, but the booster box that we bought from this set that we will be opening on the channel, don't you worry.
Yes.
It's behind us over there on the table. But the one box that we bought, the other one is an empty box, don't worry. But the one box that we bought of this set is the first booster box I've bought in a very, very long time.
Yeah.
Like I said, you can track it on the channel to know like the last time I did it, but it's been a while.
In a long time.
All right, so this is super interesting. I was hoping I would get a land off my top 3, but apparently in my top 5 cards there was not a land. So I think I'm going to take Dramatic Accusation just because any land gets me this, whereas Tabaraks I would only have been able to do if I drew if I got a swamp next.
Gregor says ranking and spanking.
You know,
Smile face.
We're trying to do our
Wow.
best, I guess.
Okay.
That's good. Oh, Jesus. When it enters learn, whenever they attack, put a +1/+1 counter on an attacking creature and untap it. Well, that's unfortunate for this card, huh? Okay. That sucks. I mean, it's a 2/3. I'll still block. You got it? Okay.
They have good taste in lands and sleeves.
Yeah, they do. We finally got our third land, thank God. I don't have a way of getting rid of this. Put 2 on a creature, can't be blocked. No. Do I just play the... I think I just play the 2/3 flyer.
Gregor says flyer.
Yeah.
RVRD is here saying good morning from how do I pronounce
Manila.
it? Manila. Oh, okay. Easier than I thought.
Well, good morning to you as well. I mean,
Yes.
obviously, for us, it's not morning, but I get what
Right.
you mean and why you said it. All right, so they have a 3/4 now, but I can just kill it. They did play a 3/3 flying vigilance. That's annoying. But
I would love to be asleep right now. Ooh. I have such a headache right now. Ooh.
what am I going to say?
So does that mean you just got up? Or is it like, mid-morning or end of morning, you mean?
All right, so it's put a counter on an attacking creature and untap it. So I guess what we're going to do is play the Frostlinks, tap the dragon, attack with the flyer, pass the turn. We're going to have to take our medicine from this Reaver. I might just chump block it, to be honest, with the Adept. And then I can put Dramatic Accusation on it and be done with it. And then the flyer we can kill later with Drown and Ichor, but just, delay, right?
RVRD said, PR sucked, but I got 3 SIDS and went 2-1. Not bad, LMAO.
You are the second person in chat to have gone 2-1. That's really cool.
Yeah, and I agree that the pull rate sucked. It was very odd.
Very, very strange.
We can talk about that in a minute or two, but
Sure.
It's 8 a.m. out here, LOL.
Okay.
Awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, so the pull rate was odd because it was like we would end up with 1 of a common and then we would have like 4 of an uncommon, or things like that. It was just it seemed off.
Yeah.
Or we had 3 Tifas,
In 2 pools, yeah.
Right, it was 2 pools, but still, that's 3 Tifas that are rare, and then we still only had 1 of that common. It's
Yep.
How does that make sense? What?
Yeah. Alright, so we're going to tap down the Reaver and then swing for 2. Well, I guess we swing for 3. There's no reason not to. Yeah, because then 1 counter on this still leaves it with 4 toughness, so we can kill it. So yeah, we do that. Okay.
Oh, Marcus says the pull rate problem was covered on the Magic Historians video from today.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Oh, do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah.
RVRD says, so happy I got the Wall of Omens alternate art. I manifested it. Oh, good.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one.
I'm glad you got what you wanted.
Yeah. All right, so they're going to discard a card to make a 1/1 with lifelink. You got it.
There are some pretty spectacular arts in this set, I will say. And
100%.
I feel like there are more arts that look incredible in foil
Sure.
than I feel like there's been in any of the other sets.
Ooh, land off the top, please. Land off the top. Land off the top. Come on, deck, please. We could kill both of their creatures here if we get a land off the top. God damn it. Okay, well, we could at least do this. and fish for a land. I feel like that's a bad idea. Let's let's give this thing a debilitating injury and let it die. They can discard another card to make another one, I guess, but we're going to get that out of the way for now. Obviously, I can't attack into a 3/3 flyer with a 2/3 flyer, but that thing will die eventually. It's this card is just waiting for it. So there they go. They did make another one. You got it.
That guy defended my board from the Rakdos decks and sealed. And guess what? I faced a Moogle deck and the equipment creatures mattered. Haha.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, even that 1/4, that, like, blue artifact guy. Oh, good. They did put the counter on it, so it dies next turn. Okay. Yeah, even the 1/4 artifact guy that gets bigger when, so when you have lands or when you have other artifacts or something like that, but, that card's great. Like, it's just, it blocks early. Thank God there's the land. It blocks early. It does really well. Like, I was a big fan. All right, let's kill that, and then we proliferate nothing for us. Submit 0. And then I guess we could cartouche, but I probably just want a Vizier, I guess. Power 2 or less. Fine. I'll play this guy. 1/1 menace. I guess I attack? They're going to, like, gain at least 1 life, maybe 2 or 3, but...
Marcus says misprint, miscut, crimped cards, destroyed box, but pristine packaging.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Is that what the Magic Historian was talking about?
Oh, by packaging, do you mean like a brown cardboard box, like the like a packing box, and then the box that the cards are in and all the cards and everything had issues. So it's very clearly at that point not that the package got like messed up. It was that the product was messed up at the factory.
I will say Champion had an issue with the delivery guy, whatever company it was. I don't know which one it was, nor am I looking to blast them here. But whatever delivery company it was, they put the commander decks on the bottom, even though the play boosters and the collector booster boxes are obviously a lot heavier. And so they ended up like crushing some of the product.
Right.
And it was like, okay, what was the point of that? Like, but yeah, thankfully it was not a lot of the product. It was only a little bit, and whatever was, damage they took care of in store. They don't give that stuff to their customers. That's not how they roll. So.
Yeah.
Wow, we're at 4. I mean, being low on land is a little rough, but to be fair, they have 5. We only have 4, but they had 5, I think, on turn 5, whereas we got 4 very recently. So, carrot cake, I don't care. It's food. They make a 1/1. Okay, congrats. I guess I'll stop attacking for a little while because I need blockers, and I do have both creatures with 3 toughness, and so yeah, we have stuff we can do.
He says the plastic wrap wasn't damaged at all, but the box is wrecked.
Gotcha.
It's everywhere. His channel, many other channels, Reddit, you name it.
Gotcha.
Wow. Okay. RVRD says, so here's the part that I'm waiting on edge of eternities to cleanse my bad luck on Final Fantasy packs. Okay.
All right, so I'm going to go like this and play Shadowstorm Vizier. And then I think I just cartouche on this and draw a card. Just make all my stuff bigger. Okay, another land is going to be helpful here. No attacks, we got to stabilize for a bit. They have 2 cards in hand, I have 3. They can gain 3 life and make another 1/1, that's fine. I don't mind. We're going to win this this race here. So.
Yeah.
And anything that they put a counter on, like if they attack with Sidisi's pet, for example, and put a counter on it, I just triple block it. And they can't kill any of my creatures because my creatures have at least 3 toughness. So this turn, I'm not worried about attacks. we'll see after next turn. But
So RVRD, nice to see you back.
yeah, welcome back.
How are you doing?
Badlands Revival lets them get a creature and a permanent. So they got the Carrot Cake and the Boulder-born Dragon. Okay. They did attack with Sidisi's Pet. I called it. Okay. So this doesn't make sense to me, right? Like, I just triple block here. Like, you gain 2 life, but you don't kill any of my creatures. You're tapped out, so I'm not afraid of anything you have. But were you really hurting that much to gain 3 life? You didn't even kill any of my creatures.
They were at 21, so
that's what I'm saying.
not.
They weren't hurting to gain that life, right? Like, okay, so if I play this land, now that we just drew this, holy shit. Do I need to play the land? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I should do this first. So I'll stealth mission first on the Vizier, maybe. And then I can play Fathomless Descent. And then I can be a lot more aggressive with a Soaring Drake if I have to. So, or I guess actually it's, yeah. Spread out the threats. Make it a 3/5. It can't be blocked this turn. I guess I play the land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure. Combat. No attacks. End the turn. Still gotta wait. We're at 4. They're at 23, but I can Terror Tide here, and only one of my creatures will die, and all but their tapped down one will die on their side. So, unless they attack with Boulderborn here, but I'll just double block, because again, I know I can be aggressive with a Soaring Drake. I don't care if it dies.
Our VRD says logging in at work at 9 a.m. local time. You guys keep me company. Yay.
Hell yeah, that's really awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
yes.
glad to be of service.
Yeah. Hopefully it makes your workday a little bit more bearable. Which, I don't know, maybe you enjoy your job. You know.
1, 2, 3, 4. This costs 1, and this costs 2 because it's food. Okay. All right.
I enjoy my job some days. Not every day, but some days.
I enjoy my job as well.
Yeah.
Oh, good. They did make another. I was like, oh, am I really going to use this this board wipe before they play their last 1/1? But no, not so much. I just get to kill 5 creatures this next turn.
Yeah.
Feels okay. Yeah. Oh, they didn't attack at all. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to lose the Soaring Drake, but it's worth it. I think I just play it. Yeah. No need to beat around the bush. Everything gets -3/-3. Like I said, 5 creatures die on their side. Like, I'm only going to be able to deal a little bit of damage, but... Okay, I'm not going to be able to deal any damage, so there's that. I will say no attacks, obviously, and I will end the turn, so my creatures go back to being their lovely selves. Alright, so they do discard a card to make a 1/1. You got it. My creatures go back to what they were, so I don't care that you have a 1/1 lifelink. Like, you'll gain another life, but that will be irrelevant. They're keeping handlands too now, by the way. A 3/4 flyer gets +1/+1 for each creature you control with a counter on it, which is 1. Pass to attackers. Alright, well, I guess since that gets a benefit for this existing, then you can have it back into your library. Congratulations, you did it. Drew a land. Exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. If a creature was exiled this way, each opponent loses 2 and you gain 2. Okay. I guess I do that. I mean, the Misleading Motes is an instant, right? But no, I play the Death Toucher, I guess. Okay. So yeah, we gain 2, which will be nice. Go up to 6. And whatever the scariest creature in their graveyard is goes away. It's probably their dragon again. Yeah, okay. They already revived it once. We will make sure that doesn't happen again. And I guess we keep up the hand land. Pass. No attacks. 3/4 flyer on their side, not very impressive. Obviously, they could, like, I don't know. I guess they could attack with other creatures? Each other creature you control with a counter on it, and they can pay 4 to put a counter on something. But they can only do that once with the amount of mana they have right now. So that's good.
Our VRD says, my girly pops asleep as she grinded her Stardew farm.
Okay.
We'll pick up the starter deck, so it's Sephiroth versus Cloud in our household.
Very nice.
Nice.
Ooh,
Love that.
that's gonna work out for them. That's really cool, flavor wise. I mean, the bear trap they just played. It can deal 3 damage to a creature, and the only creature on our side that would work for is our bear. To kill, I should say. That's really funny. Okay.
That makes sense.
Right? It's pretty fun. Come on, deck. Come on. I'll just pass, I guess.
I have all hair on me. All right, well, that sounds very fun.
Yeah.
So I hope that works out.
Yeah.
Did we mention to you to watch our playthrough of Final Fantasy VII on Video Games for All?
Link in the description down below, don't forget. We have 2 other channels down there, along with...
Gluten Free for All.
Hey, they got their Lazotep Reaver back. Congrats, you did it. Hey, that's another creature with a counter on it, though. It's good for them. They have a 5/6 flyer now. I can make it go away, but only once.
How's the pull rate over there? Yeah, it wasn't great. It was just...
No, pre-release, not pull rate.
Oh,
PR's
okay.
pre-release.
I thought you were talking about the pull rates earlier. The pre-release was fun.
Yeah, total blast.
It was good.
Total blast. We love it. I mean, you probably saw if you watched the smallest video that we made around pre-release, the thumbnail is the one with everybody in cosplay. It was so much fun there.
Yeah.
What a blast. Okay. Top or bottom of your library, your choice. It'll be the top for them, I'm sure, because it's a very good card. But I could draw the counterspell. Right, deck? I could draw the counterspell. Mana value 4 or greater. Right, deck? I sure could. I'll take my turn. Treasure Cruise. I could still draw the counterspell. All right. Unless I used it already. I did not, so that's great. I will absolutely delve away some stuff here. This one, I don't think I can get anything but creatures back. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Submit 7. Pay a single blue to draw 3 cards. I did not draw the counterspell. But this land enters tapped and can later be used to draw a card. I could use this to draw a card, but I think I'll wait because this just bounces it back to their hand and lets me draw. So we're fine. Everything is fine. No attacks, and we pass. They'll be able to play it, but we'll bounce it again, and we'll do it during our turn so we can draw.
Marcus says, can I do a thing? It may be mildly controversial, so stop me if no.
That's so vague.
It has to do with my weekend. Okay. So start doing it, I guess.
Yeah, I was
and
gonna
then
say,
we'll stop you.
I feel like we trust you. I just
Yeah.
I'm confused, but not like
Right.
worried. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, all right. So let's do this again. We'll bounce this. We draw a card because it's during our main phase. Goodbye to your stupid High Sentinels. Counters. That's a land. Then we will draw a card. Okay. No more lands, deck. No more lands.
Another spell now? Nope.
Fucking. Okay, well, we don't have the counterspell anymore. Or the option to counterspell anymore. We have 12 cards left in our library. Come on.
He says, I don't know how I feel about it fully. But I may have accidentally reasoned someone out of Islam. Oh.
Like like through an in-person conversation or online? Because I feel like in person maybe that's easier than online, but what do I know? Oh right, Peerless Rope Master. If they tap it, we can bounce it, but then we have to take some damage from it tapping.
He says in person. Okay.
Deck, what is happening? Holy shit. Well, we are at 6. So I guess we're going to get attacked by a High Sentinels of Arishan before we bounce it back to their hands again. It's so dumb. Okay. 5/6 attacks us. It gets a counter. It's a 6/7. I have to chump block or we die. This one.
Well, I mean, Marcus, I don't know. I mean, ultimately, a person's going to make their own choice, right? So,
Yeah, I feel like if you were able to talk them out of it, then they really didn't feel that strongly about it to begin with, I guess, huh? Draw 2 and lose 2, and they can pay 4 to give one of their creatures +1/+0 death touch whenever it attacks alone. But they would need to play a land right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe they already played a land. Stop cold. Yes. Yes. Okay, we got something. Thank God. But actually, oh, it's not tapped, right? It untaps with that thing. So, oh, but this has flash.
did they like come to you for advice and you like pushed them in one direction kind of more severely than you had meant to? Is that what you're afraid of? They had questions that no one had ever sufficiently answered before. There are also a lot of things people don't know about their own religions. Sure,
Fair.
yeah. Well, and there are a lot of things that, I mean, you don't really have to take from your own religion either, right? I mean, you can say, well, I'm this, and then this piece, this piece, this piece, and this piece are the things I actually practice and care about and, stick to because those are the things that really mean something to me for my own life. And the rest of it kind of isn't really me, you know? I think people do that all the time with anything. And I think to say that you can't also do that with religion is a bit silly, you know? But that's my opinion, I suppose. Marcus says claims, moral stances, and comportion.
Come on, deck. Oh my god. Why? Who are the new folks? Gregor and RVRD, right? Remember when I talked about this during the streamer event? That, like, this is how magic goes for me during the week? Welcome to our streams, everybody.
Hi, we're here. Speaking of which, C. Holland is here saying hey with a wave.
What's up, C. Holland? Great to have you.
Yes, as well.
C. Holland is one of the individuals who can attest to what we're dealing with right now.
Yeah. Gregor says, geez.
Yep. That's us. Right, so I think something's gonna die here, but either they could choose or we can. Oh, never mind. Oh yeah, no, we still get to choose. Okay, so yeah, we just go like this then. Tradesies, they gain 5 more. Like I just don't know how. There's the camera spot. You.
What?
At the moment that we needed, like, a blocker or something, instead we drew the counterspell that we were absolutely begging for like 6 turns ago before we drew like 4 or 5 land in a row.
Of course.
And now the counterspell does legit nothing. All right, fine. I'll counter it. proving me wrong. Arena, I see how it is. But still, we have 1/3/5 protecting our life total of 6 when any 3 of their creatures are lethal, and we only have 1 blocker, and they have 5 attackers. Like, hopefully, maybe they're afraid of our hand land. They're not afraid of the hand land. Okay. Yeah. Well, Maya doesn't die, so I guess we block the Reaver.
Maya doesn't die ya.
Maya doesn't die. You're right. You're totally right. -3.
Thank you, Kunkka.
That was annoying. Also, how many... Shut up out there. How many cards do we have left in our library? 8! 8 cards left in our deck at that point. We drew a lot of cards. All right. Let's keep it going.
So Marcus says, you can do all that without the title, which has its own baggage that can't be ignored.
Mm-hmm.
That can't be ignored? I mean, okay. He said, you said it right. It basically means that which aligns with.
Gotcha.
Okay. Sure. RVRD says, man is screwed for the 9th time? Nth time? Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Classic Arena. Yep. Sure is. Yeah, I did.
Okay, sorry.
C. Holland says, something is going to die here. Just Joe's spirit.
Yeah, I mean... ...
Me
coming back here over and over again.
Yeah.
All right, so again, let's have... Do we have to have this conversation again, Arena? I feel like we do, and that's really frustrating. So the way that Arena works, everybody, is that you have tiers, right? You start at bronze, and there's tiers 4 through 1, in like going upwards from 4, or downwards from 4 to 1. And then when you're tier 1 and you rank up again, you become gold tier 4, which then ranks up 4 more tiers to, what do you do? Yeah, sure. You incubate 1, congrats. You rank up again 4 more tiers to diamond, I think. And this person is a diamond rank, which means they are over 4 tiers above us that Arena thinks is a perfectly viable thing to have happen.
Yeah.
Here, which doesn't make sense.
No.
But here we are. Has lifelink as long as it has 5 or more counters on it? I don't know if it lives, but I doubt it. But I could always stealth mission it next turn. If it does live.
Greyer says, play some Hendrix. Hey, Joe, where are you going?
Yeah. Alright, 4th land would also be cool with Diregraph Scavenger, because... Ooh, drown an Ichor to kill their creature? I mean... I guess I just go like this, put 2 counters on it, and see if it lives. I assume it's just dead. They have mountains. They just burn it, right? They don't. They play a 2/2 Flash Flyer that exiles the spell, and we plot it. Okay, I have no
really
text.
burn mountains, Joe. I mean, you can burn, like, trees that grow on the mountains, maybe. But
Oh, God.
mountains are rocks.
So we won, like, 2 games in a row, felt really good about ourselves, and now we're just going to get slammed into the ground with missing lands or being flooded out or something. Yep.
That's what Arena's telling you.
Yep, for
it's
sure.
saying, stop playing.
Yeah. I did too well, and so now we have to lose.
Yep.
Come on, man. That's so annoying.
It happens every time.
It really does. All right.
It's almost like it's not random. Marcus says, I understand why people would want to distance themselves from the Old Testament version of God.
Holy shit! Wow!
Oh, jeez.
All right, Arena, you did it. I've lost 2 games. Are you happy? Can I go back to playing reasonable Magic? Is that cool? Or, like, do I have to consistently play against people that are much higher ranked than me? Or not getting the resources that I need to actually play the game?
Thank you, non-Archimedium.
Sorry.
It's okay.
No, not getting the land I need is the answer. Okay, Mulligan. That's worse. Mulligan again, down to 5. That's something. But I went to 5. Are you happy? Have we appeased you enough? Uh, crap. Maybe it's just the cartouche. Okay. Hi, it's a Moogle.
Yeah.
I guess people have already gotten their Final Fantasy stuff before tomorrow. Interesting. Alright, well, they have a one-drop flyer. That's annoying. Alright, go ahead. I know I was interrupting.
Why is its head so large? Was it like that in the game?
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Well then.
Okay.
Sure. That all feels fine. On a Multi 5, that's definitely what you want to see. Is an on-curve mythic on turn 3. Technically, though, they don't have a lot of devotion because this is the only thing giving them devotion right now. Whenever another creature they own dies, return it to their hand unless I pay 3. That seems right? And we're short on land again.
Look, it's the baby from the sink from that game I played that time.
Yeah, that is what that looks like for sure.
What was that game called again?
PT.
Oh, it was called that?
Yes.
Because that's what came to mind, and then I was like, no, that can't be right. Because that's just toilet paper reversed.
Or physical therapy not reversed.
Exactly.
Alright, so it dies, but you don't return it to your hand, and I'm obviously not paying 3. Pay 3 life, decline. It's a token. It doesn't go back to your hand. We drew Frostlinks. Okay. That's actually super helpful. Frostlinks comes down, taps down your thing, doesn't untap, we swing for 4. Moving on. That's great. Oh, or Divine Arrow also happens. Okay. One thing at a time. They have 6 land. They have double the amount of land that we have. Still. Okay. Right, of course. They'll just get it back if I kill it, so that's irrelevant. Beginning of combat, if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, double strike on something. Gross. End of the turn. This thing, return a creature from your graveyard to your hand. Only if it attacked and only once. Master Scald. You can exile a creature from your graveyard to return an artifact or enchantment from their graveyard to their hand, but they chose not to. I will pass to attackers. They don't have the 4 mana, so that's fine. +2/+0 and indestructible here. Block this annoying dude. Yes, I know it dies. I'm not paying the 3 life. I get it. Decline. You get it back. Congrats. Misleading moats, but I don't have 4 land, so irrelevant, I guess. I can't kill their creatures. Like, I don't really know what to do here, man. They played a mythic on turn 3 and I lost the game. Like, I don't know what else to do.
So Marcus says, I understand why people would want to distance themselves from the Old Testament version of God. He gave the Hebrew people rules for slavery. While that's not cool, I grant that had the religion been made today, it more than likely wouldn't include that part. Or at least I'd like to hope it wouldn't. There are equally heinous things in the Quran. He didn't know most of them and mostly agreed with you in keeping what's good and tossing the rest. Okay.
It's just any creature. Everything that I have is either bounce or kill, and I just can't do anything except lose. Nothing at all. I'll keep the Lurking Deadeye in to flash it in, to block, to trade with something, and then they get it back. I don't know what else to do. A Johnny's Pride Mate. Oh, Athreos is in now. Interesting. I think we can make this work. We can make this work. That's fine. Pass to attackers. I think I can do this. Flash in Lurking Deadeye. Are we dead? We're not dead. We're not dead. I think this works. Block. Block. No trample. Come on, baby. Come on. We go to 1. 1 is not 0.
Yes.
Oh, damn it. They have one other creature. Or they have 1/5/5. But we can drown an Icarit, right? Do we have enough mana? Of course we don't. Of course we don't. Shit. We were so close, y'all. So close. Indestructible means nothing if you have 0 toughness. They said good game, but it still triggers? Okay, fine. I was very close. That was very close. I didn't realize Athreos still triggered like that, but...
Thank you, Raspberry 1.
Oh, I think it's Raspberry Burial.
Oh, an L?
I think so. I could be wrong.
Thank you, Raspberry.
Because, yeah, basically, if I had one more land, we could have drowned an Icar and killed their last creature as well. But again, it didn't matter. They played Athreos on turn 3 and won the game. That is what happened.
Yep.
They had it, and we couldn't stop it. So, we went 2 and 3. Jesus Christ. Okay, so I have a couple of achievements that I got since the last time we were here that I waited to collect on. So, for example, keyword soup. I attacked with a creature that had flying, vigilance, trample, lifelink, and haste because I was playing my mech deck, and it was the one with I'm not gonna remember the name of it, but the mech that, like, the vehicle that you pay 5, exile it and 4 other vehicles or artifact creatures, and then it comes in as like a 10/10, and then I attacked with it and killed my opponent.
Cool.
So anyway, now we have lands, am I right? Which I'm absolutely equipping. No, the emotes equip. Emote equipped, good. Then we have Color Mastery green for cast 200 creature spells with power 4 or greater over any number of games. I'll claim that as well. It's Goreclaw. Who cares about creatures with power 4 or greater? Very flavorful. Marcus got me. Okay, cool. Appreciate it.
Mech-Ishin Core?
That's a T. Mech Titan Core.
Oh, I see it. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go back.
Yeah, I'm just going to draft again, and then we'll see how we do.
He says trying to fight Joe. That's what he just responded to. So.
Oh, yeah. Not yet. Yes, but not yet. I did remember. I promise.
Okay.
It's still a little early for that is the only reason why I would say no yet, but it is only for now. But we can keep the conversation that you all are having going while I figure out this draft situation.
So Marcus says, to be clear, I don't want to convince anyone of anything. That's why I don't know how to feel about it. While I love helping increase healthy skepticism, he may have lost something important to him. Okay, well...
Maybe, but I mean, I don't know. Again, if it's something that they were willing to forego after your conversation, then maybe it was something that he needed.
Well, and the other thing is, I mean, you're telling us this, but you could tell them that, right? And then that could further the conversation in a way that would make them maybe sort of realize that maybe they do kind of want to go back to the way that they thought about it before, where they kind of take the things that mean something to them, and then the things that don't have to affect them in that kind of way. Don't have to make them say, well, the whole thing is bunk because there's aspects of it that I don't love, you know? That was me flipping a table.
Ooh, I like Prayer of Binding.
And like I said, I mean, that's the kind of mentality I have with anything, it's, in life. So,
I guess this thing's not bad. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, but we'll see. I may just not play it. Maybe I just take Prayer of Binding instead. I really like this card. I just don't know that it's first pickable, but like I don't know that any of this stuff is first pickable, so
sure. Gregor says green white.
we'll see. I'll definitely take Prayer of Binding. That's a good one. I like it.
Gregor says born Catholic, raised Christian, and happy for it.
Cool.
Okay. Marcus says he texted me asking for more resources a few minutes before I said something in chat. I sent ambiguous links to basic skepticism and logical fallacies. Okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's interesting. Obviously, we didn't take the pirate. That's why. Okay. But we do have returned past caller. When this creature enters, return a spirit, instant, or sorcery from your graveyard to your hand. There's the guard mouse as well. +1/+0 in first strike and scry 1. Forging the anchor, top 5, any number of artifacts. No, I mean, that's 6 mana though. What else you got? Divination, Expedition Skulker, Death Touch as long as you control another rogue. Gnarlwood Dryad is Delirium. Voltaic Servant. Do I just take Scorching Dragonfire and just like go mono removal so far? Do we see who we're drafting with really quickly, or are we going to run out of time? Darsko, Swingly Dings, Van's Guru, Zincho, Mr. Cursive, Seztun, and the Whispering One. Oh, this is fun. Cleaving Skyrider with Red Kicker. Could be up to 6 mana. When it enters, if it was kicked, it deals X damage to any target where X is the number of attacking creatures. And you can do that during your turn or theirs because this has flash. So if they attack you with like 3 creatures, you can play this thing, flash it in, kick it, and then deal a bunch of damage to their creatures. But that means you have to have 6 mana open while they're attacking you, which is probably pretty unlikely.
Yeah.
Daybreak Chimera, X less, where X is our devotion to white. 5 mana, 3/3 flyer at worst. Shackles of Treachery. I think I just take the Skyrider. Let's give it a try. See what happens. Provoke the Trolls. 3 damage to any target. If it was a creature, the creature gets +5/+0 until end of turn. When this enters, put a counter on target creature. Innocent Bystander. Whenever this creature is dealt 3 or more damage, investigate. You attack with 1 more creatures with counters on them, draw a card. That didn't really work out for us last time, so I'll take Provoke the Trolls. Something you don't do here on YouTube, that's for sure. Don't provoke the trolls.
Yeah. Let's see. C. Holland says Raspberry Beret. Yeah, like kind of the kind that you would find in a secondhand store.
I knew you were doing
I always hated that line. It's like I don't want to buy secondhand hats. Like, I don't want lice. But that's a little bit of a silly thing for me to think, right? Because I'm sure that brand new hats that are in the store have been tried on by a zillion people the same way that the secondhand hat has.
Fair point.
So it's probably really stupid for me to think that.
It's 5 mana, but I'll do it. Okay.
Gregor says, fun song, Charlie, with a
Yeah,
smile face.
it really is.
C. Holland says, Prince song if you haven't heard it. I think everyone's heard that song, or I hope. I don't know, I'm old, so maybe young people haven't. Marcus, I read that already. Yeah, Marcus says, we don't choose what we believe. We're either convinced or we're not. If I make a claim, any claim, the starting point is neutral. other things increase the level of believability with each individual. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, I think if this is something you're worried about, tell them, you know, because then you're showing that you're kind of coming back and saying, well, I tipped the scale drastically in one direction, but I want you to know that there's still that other side of the scale, and you can balance it more if you feel like that's what you want to do, you know? I think just telling them that you have these feelings about this is something that will help that, you know? And even if it doesn't affect their relationship with their religion at all, it will affect their relationship with you, I think. And in the end, like I said, I think people are gonna, and like you said, I think people are gonna come to their own conclusions in their own time and with their own way. And I think, I mean, we've heard lots of stories of people being very deep in religions going completely the opposite way at some point in their life and then kind of circling back to having the relationship with it that they want to have, you know, at some point in their life when they can make that choice and determination. So, uh, let's see. Marcus says, would you believe me if I said I got a kitten?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course I would.
Gregor says, name it Kitty.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus says, now, would you believe me if I said I got a kitten that speaks full blown English?
No.
I would name it Delilah if a girl, a Johnny if a boy. Okay.
Attacking creatures you control get +1/+0, and it's an 0/3 defender for 3. Or exile an artifact or enchantment with cycling. I'll take that. This is a wacky format, so... Alright, well, I guess I'll take the land, just in case we see some good green that we might want.
Plus, I feel like, Marcus, there's a lot of things that are pieces of religion that are not meant to be interpreted quite so literally.
Inspired Charge is pretty good, and the Frenzied Raptor is just a vanilla 4/2 for 3. I guess it's Inspired Charge. Inspired Charge can end games for sure. I mean, we have 4 creatures, so it's going to be harder. I won't lie, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I do have a lot of removal, so... Also, since I took Rayav, it might be a nice idea to try to get some enchantments or equipments. Like enchant creatures or equipment. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. I mean, you know. Sideboard it up. Hey, I was considering taking this card earlier. It cares about equipment. Extricator of Sin. 3 mana 0/3. When it enters, we can sack another permanent. If we do, make a 3/2 colorless Eldrazi horror. At the beginning of our upkeep, if there are 4 or more cards among cards in our graveyard, transform it. Eldrazi we control have Vigilance. It's a 3/5. We can pay 2, tap, sack a non-Eldrazi to make a 3/2 Eldrazi. There's Light Wheel enhancements. I do like that. +1/+1 Vigilance. And we can cast this card from our graveyard if we have max speed. This creature enters with a shield counter on it, and during our turn, this creature has +2/+0, so it's a 4/2. But there's Basri's Acolyte. 2/3 lifelink. When it enters, put a counter on each of up to 2 other target creatures you control. This card's insane. There's also Shatter. And I think Lindsey Sterling might be very pleased with that, but I will not be taking that right now. If you get that reference, let us know. Ooh, Sky Knight Legionnaire? What's the chances that this comes back, huh? We got Rayav super late, but Rayav cares about equipment. I think I just have to take it. This card's so good. 2/2 flying haste for 3. Just so good. I'll take it. Okay. Simeon Sling is an equipment. What are you? Whenever an opponent activates an ability that isn't a mana ability, this creature deals 1 damage to that player. Your opponents can't cast spells or activate Planeswalker's loyalty abilities this turn and exile it. I mean, it would probably just be the creature side, but we are in those 2 colors, and it is a rare, so I'll just take it. Cool. Great.
Let's see. See, Holland says, had to take a friend's son to church many years ago. When it came to singing the hymns, I've never seen a bunch of people who didn't want to be there. Okay.
Fair enough.
Felt like if you believe that you go to heaven, wouldn't you be excited about it? Okay. Yeah, I mean,
It's an interesting way of putting it.
yeah, I
What
guess.
do you do when it enters? Look at the top 6. Reveal an artifact or enchantment from among them. Right now, how many artifacts and enchantments do I have? 1 enchantment, no artifacts. Awkward. Dual shot, 1 damage to each of up to 2 creatures. Forge Hammer Centurion. Whenever another creature or artifact is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put an oil counter on it. When it attacks, you can remove 2 oil counters, and a creature can't block this turn. Or reduce to ashes, 5 damage to something. Traitorous Blood, steal a thing, untap it against trample and haste. I mean, we need creatures, so but I like this guy. I'm gonna take him.
Marcus says, "Olds unite."
That's right.
With the song, yes.
Ooh, there's a 4 Mirrodin +2/+0, but it's 4 mana. So what? It's a 4. It's a 4 mana 4/2, and then you can later on re-equip the equipment. It's either that or Ambush Paratrooper. 2 mana 2/1 Flash Flyer, but for 5 mana we can give our creatures +1/+1. I guess we have to take the Volshak Splitter. We want equipment. We have a couple of cards that care about it, and that's our first piece of equipment, I think. Which is unfortunate.
Gregor says, "Believability is in the soul to me." Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I like Doom Traveler. I'll happily take Doom Traveler. Why not? Arbiter of Woe is still here. Aw, Amy. Amy loves Kay Lorna.
I do.
She's great. We didn't take her because we're not in those colors, but she's great.
Yeah, I mean, I look at it in terms of like big philosophical questions or religion questions or things like that that you could pose are questions because the answer only is whatever you can determine the answer to be for you, you know? And so it's going to be different for each individual. Marcus says, "I did, but he's frackin' ravenous right now." What? Did
For
I miss
information.
something?
Because,
Oh,
like, reaching out to him or whatever and trying to tell him.
he's a very smart guy, but just wasn't hip to some things. I admire the hunger for understanding. Sure. Sure. Yeah, I mean, always better to have more information about something before you make your own determination about how you feel about it. But in the end, that's what it ought to be, right? So, yeah, like I said, what I would do in that situation is just tell him that that's how I feel. Is that, I wasn't trying to influence you, I was just trying to tell you things. And then I realized you didn't know those things. And, I admire that, you want to learn more, but, I hope that doesn't harm your relationship with your religion. Just tell him that.
Defenestrated Phantom is a 6 mana 4/3, or we can disguise it. Goblin Tomb Raider. Cares about artifacts. Tectonic Rift destroys a land. I guess I'll take the Defenestrated Phantom. I need like some higher drops, I guess. Frenzied Raptor is a no, but I'll take the Banalish Faithbonder for sure. Okay. This is only pack 2? Aw, look.
Yeah. I love me the sea creatures, guys.
Alright, what art? Do you want the Stormrider Spirit, the Disciple of Phoenix, or the Friendly Teddy?
Friendly Teddy.
He's not so friendly.
He's very cute.
He's not very friendly. Field Creeper.
I like that guy too.
Do you like Grand Warlord Rada?
Mm-hmm.
I know you do. I'm going to take Lightning Helix, though, because it's Lightning Helix. Target creature or vehicle gains lifelink and indestructible until end of turn. Oh, no. Maybe one of these comes back? I would doubt it. But I gotta take Lightning Helix, right? It deals damage to the face. Dracosaur Artillery is a 4/4 flying haste for 6. When it attacks while saddled, it deals 2 damage to any target. That's awesome. Sure. Curve's a little weird. Curve's a little weird. Sure. Take a 2-drop. It's a creature, but it also, gives things haste. So, we need creatures.
Oh boy. Okay. RVRD says, hope the kitty gains lifelink. I don't know what that was in reference to. It was too long ago,
No,
I think.
Mark is saying, remember, do you believe I got a kitten? And
Oh.
that it speaks full-blown English.
Yeah, that would be cool. Marcus says, how do you tell which one it is? A lot of people have big problems telling the difference. How do you tell which one what is?
Oh, I love him so much.
Yeah.
Such good art. He looks so cool.
Yeah, he does.
I just want to ride on his head. Is that weird?
No, I'm sure it wouldn't be. He's very big.
Yeah, he's very big. You got scale birds in the shot. They call them scale birds.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Ruin Lurker Bat. I took a bat, Amy. You happy?
Yeah.
Okay.
At first I thought you meant a bat, like a baseball bat.
Gotcha.
I was like, to the head?
Yeah. Yes, definitely. Do I already... Ooh, we could have a duplicate?
Oh.
That never happens. Landfall, +2/+2 until end of turn. I mean, that's a good card. Cast a spell if it was kicked. No. Yeah, I'll take the 1-drop over the 3-drop. Sure. What do you do? 2-mana 2/2. 2 or more non-land permanents entered under your control this turn. Thrill a possibility, discard to draw 2. Or pressure point, tap a creature, draw a card. Creatures are important. It's a 2-drop creature, too. Or a 4-drop. I guess it'll be the Grand Ball Guest. There's a possibility that I can activate its ability every once in a while. What is Food Fight? Artifacts you control can be sacked as food? Oh, no. Cares about the number of food fights we control. Steadfast Armasaur, on the other hand. Or I could take a 5/2. No, it's going to be the Armasaur. Armasaur is pretty cool. Hammerhead is a no, but I'll take the Crovod, I guess. It's for the sideboard. I don't need that creature that badly, right? I have 19 now? Wow, I have a lot more creatures than I thought. Jeez. Okay. It was that I had a bunch of spells, but I guess other people started taking removal in my colors as well, instead of just me doing it. All right, one of these is gonna like that one pack that had a couple of things in it that we might have wanted is gonna come back to us eventually.
Our VRD says church pro tip. Okay. Those who scream the loudest judges the harshest. Oh, okay.
Fair enough. Okay, so this was one of the ones that we thought might come back, and it did. Cool. And when this human dies and becomes a spirit, it does gain flying, Amy.
Nice.
Finally.
It should.
Yes, it should. But does it, though?
That one does. They don't all.
No, they don't all.
Oh, God. Imagine being a spirit that can't fly. That must really suck.
Yeah, that would suck. Cares about artifacts. Tap one of their things and give +1/+3, or draw a card, sack it to gain 3 life. Sure, I'll try that. Actually, I'll probably get rid of it. Who cares? Cast a spell if it was kicked. No. +2/+2. Put 2 oil counters on it. No. We're going to have to make some cuts. That's for damn sure. Thrill of Possibility. That actually gets in.
Gregor says this is going to be a fun deck.
I think so too. Thanks.
Our VRD says, as someone who lives in a predominantly Catholic country, oh, I guess as a response to what they said before for the pro tip. Marcus says, I hope we stomp.
I mean, I hope so too. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Because basically we didn't really get a lot of equipment. So I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut this. And there was one other card that cared about equipment. It was this guy. So goodbye to those. Not super helpful. We got 2 Thrill of Possibility, but with 2 different art from 2 different sets. So they're separate instead of being together. Let's see. Descend says you descend each time a permanent is put into your graveyard from anywhere. I mean, that could happen during combat, so that's fine. I don't know that I care about this guy. Can't be blocked by artifact creatures, but like... whatever, it's a 2-mana 3/1. The Cavalry, the Celebrant... okay. Remove 2. Target creature can't block this turn. Whenever another creature or artifact you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put an oil counter.
Our VRD says, there's an emergence of mega churches around here. Okay. I'll skip to what they said next. People I know became racists and bigots in just one pool dip. Fuck. Wow. Did they though? Or they were racist and bigoted before and they just felt that all of a sudden now they have permission to be openly?
That's a good question, Amy.
Yeah, that's probably much more what it was.
All right, what else am I cutting here?
There's even a centuries-old cult in here, lol. I won't name it so I won't get sniped. Okay, yeah. Plus, we don't need to talk about it anyway. It's irrelevant. Marcus says, most of my minimal church experiences was in a black Southern Baptist. My whole damn family are devout.
Wow.
You say it that way. Does that mean you don't like that?
Face down for 3, face up for 5. So this is technically a 5-drop. It's 5 mana 4/3 flyer.
Gregor says just money grabbers are VRD.
The mega churches.
The mega churches. Okay. So that's your opinion of mega churches. Wow. Okay.
3-mana 2/2 flash flyer is probably fine. Alright, I guess I cut you. I'll cut that one as well. Need 2 more cuts. From a graveyard, and we can learn. Weird. Okay.
I feel like this conversation is lacking a bit of the look at the belonging and the connection that people can gain. And those things are very valuable to human beings, regardless of the label that's placed on them. See, Holland says megachurches should be banned, saying they're doing the Lord's work while lining their own pockets. Wow. Okay. Okay.
I think I'm good here. Amy,
Yeah.
what would you like our deck box art to be? I don't have anything that's... You want just the teddy?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'll pick the sleeves this time.
Yeah.
It's been warm out. I think we can do the pool with Karn.
I love it.
All right. Please continue to keep the conversation going. I'll just keep playing these games.
Our VRD says there's even... Oh, I read that already. Okay. Marcus says if it's dependent on the individual, we necessitate it, not the other way around. It exists because we're thinking about it, kind of like Theros gods, but without all the fun magic. Is it without the fun magic? I mean,
What is this?
think about it.
Is the lion going to pounce on this moth? Is that what's about to happen? Our opponent's thinking hard. There we go. Does it pounce on it? It does pounce on it. I was right. Pass.
Marcus says, I'm just pissed we don't get the magic. Give me the magic, damn it. You already have it, Marcus.
The 1-mana 0/4 from our opponent. God damn. Lightning Helix doesn't even stop that. But Lightning Helix plus Dual Shot would. But I mean, why? Why would I do that? I guess because if they outlast it, maybe. But then if they outlast it, they're out of reach of this anyway. So, God damn it. Does look like they're going to outlast it. That's annoying. Okay, you have a 1/5. Resolves. Okay. Ruin Lurker Bat, eh? I'm just going to play this guy.
Marcus says, you got magic? I'm double pissed now. I don't have magic. You just don't see that it is magic.
4th land. Combat. Morning Patrol attacks. They... Come on. I feel like the Jack Nicholson meme. They do block. I'll deal 3 damage to it. Gain 3 life. Deal 2 damage to it. Kill it. And play Ruin Lurkerbat. Keep up Dual Shot. Pass.
And like I said before, those connections and that belonging that people feel. That's the magic.
Sack the artifact to draw a card, or sack the artifact to return a creature from their graveyard to their hand and draw a card. Okay. They're looking for green, I feel like. I mean, they played Ronus's Monument, I have to imagine. But interestingly, I could exile Ronus's Monument. Whenever you cast a creature spell, one of their creatures gets +2/+2 and trample until end of turn. Damn. Or I could just play this. Combat first. Swing for 3.
That's why the mega churches matter.
And then, I guess this is an instant. So is this. I do have a creature with flying, so I could tap something later. So I guess I'll play this now. And if I have to do this, I'll do this. But they have to get a green, and if they get it this turn, then maybe it was a mistake, but they're going to just try to draw a card, I think. Or maybe they just get their 0-4 back. They're getting their 0-4 back? Wow. Okay. You got it. Pass to... Oh, this is for cycling. Okay. I was like, I can't play this right now. But I could cycle it. At the end of their turn, they have to discard a card, and they're discarding Cavalier of Thorns. Yeah, I think you're a little bit far away from that one. Exile up to one target non-land permanent until this leaves the battlefield, and you gain 2 life. Well, I mean, I'm probably just going to do this, right? And keep up Celestial Enforcer. So, exile this. Go to combat with these 3. Oh, right. Well, then I'm not keeping that up to tap something, but that's fine. I'm at 25. They're at 12. I can tap something later. I could deal 1 damage to each of up to 2 targets, but they play an 0-4. You got it.
So yeah, Marcus, the things that we as individuals can contribute to the world around us, that's the magic, you know? And the mega churches matter because the people who go to them need those things. They need the belonging, and they need the connections, and they need to contribute. And when those things are appreciated by the other people there, then it's a place they want to go back to.
Fourth land from our opponent. Implement of Malice to make me discard a card. Spoilers, it'll be Axguard Cavalry or Dual Shot, I guess. But I really don't care. When it's put in the graveyard from the battlefield, draw a card. Oh, okay, you got it. I sure do discard a card. It resolves, you draw a card. It resolves, I guess I discard this? Sure. Because you're not playing 1 toughness creatures. Hey, look, they just did it. That's funny. Have something get -1/-1 until end of turn. Oh no, my bat. Which means my Enforcer doesn't work anymore either. That's a really good play from them. That sucks. Congrats, I guess. Good for you. Still not going to waste my Prayer of Binding on either of these 2 things. Take my turn, drew a land. I can play the land, because then I can play the cavalry. So combat, swing. They block at least one of them with an 0-4. And take 2 and go to 7. Or they could sack their Prowler. They don't. Okay. Cavalry. So any big creatures I play in the future can get haste, which will be quite nice, hopefully. Ah, they found their green. Now, what's your best green card in your hand? And do I get to Prayer of Binding it? Return a creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. You got it. When it enters, reveal the top 5, put a land from among them onto the battlefield, and the rest into your graveyard. But yes, I will absolutely do that. Ulvenwald, 3 land, and an Alpha Authority, huh? So those all go into the graveyard. Pass 2 attackers. And then I will Prayer of Binding, stealing the Cavalier of Thorns, and gaining 2 life, up to 28. Of course, we drew the land. I will go to combat and swing with everyone. They take at least 2, but up to 4, I suppose. Yep, they take 4. Sorry about the noise. End the turn. Okay, so next turn, hopefully we draw something that's not a land, and we can take care of whatever they do this turn, I guess. Temperamental Oozewog is a 4/4 adapt 2 modified creatures they control have trample. They have 2 mana left that they don't use, and we have Doomed Traveler. Okay, so basically if I swing here, they could... Actually, that's kind of funny. So we go like this. Give haste. Here. Then go to combat and attack with the 2/3 and the 1/1. Because they both die into flyers. And flyers allows our Celestial Enforcer to tap stuff. Cool?
Our VRD says we just get the exiles and the graveyards. LOL.
That's the idea. Alright, so I play 2/1 Flying Vigilance.
See, Helen says I'm going on holiday tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Place called Whitby.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Tell us more about that.
Do they have a kill spell for 2 mana? Holy shit. -2/-2 on my flyer. You suck. Good for you. That's annoying.
Our VRD says, is that East Side or West Side US? See, Helen's in the UK.
Correct. They have a 6/6 trample that I hope they attack me with. That'd be pretty fun. Whoa, I was kidding. No blocks. That's great. All I have to do is draw 1 big creature. +2/+0 and lifelink. Gotcha. That's why they did it. Okay, good for you. But of course I drew a land. What else would I have drawn, right? I mean, we all knew that was coming. No attacks. End the turn, and I guess they've stabilized. Congratulations, you did it. You went from 3 to 11 in 1 turn. That's insane.
There you go. Godalope says patented.
That's right. We have here our patented Geek for All hand land. Thank you, Godalope. Really appreciate that.
Godalope did come into chat. I'm still way up here.
Wow.
He says, "Hey yo."
Wow, are you kidding? Sorry, not you.
It's okay. Yeah, I won't say the other stuff he says yet. I'll keep it in order.
Okay. All right, I take 7 and get a 1/1 flyer that I assume dies because they had a 2 mana removal spell. Maybe they have a 3 mana removal spell. Yeah, we go to 13. They're at 11, and we get a 1/1 flyer.
See, Helen says Dracula came ashore there in the book.
Oh.
Interesting. Okay.
That is interesting. Yep, it looks like they have something. Oh. Ha! The hand land! Ha ha! They lose a life to look at my land. Yes! Suck it! The hand land! That's why it's patented, y'all. That's what happens. You lose a life, they exile the card out of our graveyard, but like, who cares? And then before our turn, because we have the mana, we might as well tap their 0/4. Then take our turn. We drew Secure the Scene, exile target non-land permanent. Its controller creates a 1/1 soldier. So we can get rid of their Oozewog. Let's go to combat. Swing with everybody. They take it all and go to 5. And then we exile their 8/8. They lose their enchantment on it as well and get a 1/1. And then now that they've seen the land, I guess I play it because it's no longer a mystery. Pass. Cool. Okay. So we can take on board 2. X's Devotion to Black, so they kill the tapper. Very nice. Good for you. Good for you. Oh, and you're attacking. Bold. Okay. Well, 3 in the air means you're dead next turn. Combat. Attackers attack for 3 in the air. You go to 2, and we end our turn. Okay. If I have to block with my guy that gives haste, I will. They have 3 cards in hand. They sack a creature or a land. They sacked a land to draw 2 cards. Not bad. 4 mana left for them with 2 new cards in hand. Means... I'll let you read.
Okay.
Maybe do these first and then...
Okay. Gregor says, nice. Godolov says, that's awesome. LOL.
Yeah, that was really good that they played the Agonizing Remorse with our land in our hand. It's very, very nice. Right, so do I have to chump block here? 3, 4, 5. I go to 6. I guess no blocks. If they have like a plus to the team or something, you have to give +6 to kill me. So if you have it for 4 mana, I guess I lose, but +2. You got it. Okay, and they just would have done that to the Kotobel Pass if we had blocked that with the cavalry, so I'm glad we didn't. We take our turn, and they conceded.
Thank you, Big Black Delta.
Amazing. Tough game. Tough game. We won, but not well. Or not easily, I should say. That was our first game. God damn. It's already after 10 o'clock. Gross.
Jeez.
That sucks. That game took a long time.
Yeah, it did. Okay, so let me catch up here. Marcus says, not that I don't like it. It's a bit isolating being the one that is very much not devout, at least openly.
Sure.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, interesting. Because I can play this face down for 3. So I guess I keep this hand. This is a weird hand. I guess I keep this one. Awkward. But I'll do it.
Well, but you made your decision for you about what makes sense for you. To say, okay, a little less devout, even though it means less belonging with my family, right?
Well, that's what he said.
That's what it made sense for you to do, right?
Right. That's why he said, not that I don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he said, not that I don't like... He
The
was
community
answering
of- I got you.
my question from earlier.
Sure. My bad. Whoa, El Topo, you good? Okay, good. Jesus. Pass.
Gregor says, that anywhere antelope?
I no longer know what that is in reference to.
After Godolope said hello.
Oh, I see.
That anywhere antelope. Like, oh, did you mean like anywhere near antelope? Like, is a Godolope like an antelope? Is that what you were asking?
That's funny.
Marcus says, I read that already. Gregor says, do you know Lou Smokes' Big Lou barbecue site?
I don't, if that's
No.
what you're asking.
I think he was saying that to Marcus because Marcus is Professor Smoke.
Gotcha.
Because he spelled it the same way.
Gotcha.
Gregor says Vegas should air these games live so as we can bet on them.
Bet on what card I'm going to draw next, because it's going to be a land, and then people make lots of money off of it. Can't blame me for wanting that.
I don't think so. Godolob says, given the convo above, Baptist believer here, a convert from longtime agnostic and severe cynic, had many bad church experiences before finding a couple good churches and reconnecting with God. Okay, interesting.
Nice.
Yeah. That kind of like goes back to one of the things I said earlier where we've heard a lot of stories of like people being raised a certain way, going completely the opposite away from it, and then sort of circling back to it later in life once they kind of realize the relationship that they want to have with it. We talked about that a little bit before Godolob got here. Marcus says, I mean spells and shit. We get that other stuff because we're human. Yeah, we get that other stuff because we're human. We get that other stuff.
3, 4, 5, 6. The issue is if they put another counter on this, it duplicates. And that would be a huge problem. But it would also be a very synergistic deck for mixed up draft. The fact that they add any is annoying in and of itself. But I will absolutely trade off here because we're not going to have the 5. Well, I guess one more land we would have the 5, but still, I think it's worth it. So I'm going to try to block first and see what happens. And then I'm going to attempt to Lightning Helix now and see what happens. They have something. That's super annoying. Uh-oh. Oh, they don't. Wait for it. Holy crap. It worked. We kind of 2-for-1'd ourselves. A little bit. Just a little. Can you play something with 1 toughness? Damn it. So close. Wasn't close at all. I'll take my turn. 2/3 Flying Death Touch Lifelink, unfortunately. But I can Doomed Traveler. I guess I can keep up Dual Shot, but why would I do that? That's fine. I will go to combat and end my turn. I'm going to take 2, and they're going to gain 2. It's a scary card. And by scary, I mean, like, annoying, but...
Godalope says, I don't judge and am not the media-fronted stereotype of Christian. Interesting way of putting that.
Gotcha. Pass. Take 2. Okay. There is actually a way to do this right. I'm going to take my turn. Drew not a land. Don't have the double white, so that actually is good. Because then I'm not tempted. I'm going to play this. Because basically they're absolutely going to happily attack into this thing. And I'll trade this for the Nighthawk, I think. I'm going to say no attacks. End the turn. Because then what I can do is I block the Nighthawk and then use Dual Shot to deal 1 damage to the Nighthawk, 1 damage to the Skinner. They both die. And my Waxwing Witness dies. So we 2-for-2 them, which is good. Because 2-for-1ing again would be bad. Just don't kill the Witness now with like a fight spell or something. Oh, shit. Wow. Okay, can't do it anymore. That sucks a lot. No blocks. Going to 14, and they're at 25. I have to find a kill spell for this thing that doesn't involve damage, or I lose this game. That ain't it. Any land gets me this, and a white gets me this. Or technically both, I guess. Combat. Thankfully this has Vigilance, so I might as well attack for 2. And pass.
Gregor says, knew this deck would rock.
Mm-hmm.
Godalope says, LOL Miller. Gregor says, Big Lou is a good friend.
Nice.
Oh, okay. So you know him.
That's cool.
He's got a barbecue joint.
So what do you do when... Oh. Urgaros the Empty One. Gross.
RVRD says, where is my devotion to black and white?
Why? Oh, yeah, okay. Take our turn. Drew Grand Ball Guest. Can we really just not, like, we don't get them this game? Is that how this works?
Maybe.
So annoying. Okay, well. We can't attack into Urgaros the Empty One either, so... No attacks, end the turn.
Godalope says, Gregor. Name came from a TTRPG game ahead ago with a twist on jackalope. A goat involved and a nickname was born.
Nice.
Cool.
All right, so I guess I have to get rid of Urgro. See, this really sucks. But I'm going to pass to blockers and block here. Let's see if they have anything. They don't. So I'll wait till the end step after they play something. Ironclaw Crusher. Target attacking creature gets +X/+L, where X is this creature's power. But now they're tapped out. So 1 damage here, 1 damage here. Kill both of those creatures. Thank God. Yes, you take 2 and draw 2. Congrats. And they play a 4/6. We drew the land. Now, 4/4 flying haste. When this creature attacks while saddled, it deals 2 damage to any target. I could saddle it for 3, which would be like these two. 2 damage would kill the Midnight Reaper. And then Doom Traveler would be there to block the Crusher, I guess. Saddled with these 2.
Is it like Blues Traveler?
Yes, 100% it's like Blues Traveler. Yes, you totally got it. All right, so they go to 20 and draw a 3rd card. And then we pass. All right, so this can put a counter on each of up to 2 other target creatures we control. So it's probably going to be... Because the guest gets counters? No. +1/+1 and trample until end of turn. So maybe it's the Faith Bonder and the Auxiliary. Unless it's each of up to 2 other. Yeah. So we could do the Dracosaur and the Faith Bonder if they both live. They're paying 4 to kill my creature. And then they get the land as well? Nonsense. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so we take 7, we lose half our life, and they gain 7 and go to 23. That sounds right. Wow, I just got... Did you hear the New York in my voice there for a second?
I did not.
23.
23.
Yeah, exactly. It was a little harsh on the numbers there. Jesus Christ. All right. We definitely lose this game by a lot. The second that they played this, we lost, and then once they put this on it, we definitely lost. Let's go like that, I guess. No attacks, right?
So Gregor says love it to the nickname. Godalope says ages not ahead. So a TTRPG game ages ago.
Gotcha.
That makes a lot more sense.
Sure does.
Gregor says the gun shop near me has a Godalope mounted on the wall.
Nice.
Godalope says patented. That's awesome.
More handlings.
So I'm pretty sure that was about the magic, but it kind of worked with the stuff before that they were talking about too. So
wow, I get no breaks. 6/6 trample haste.
Mm-hmm.
We're very dead.
Okay.
Actually, we're not. Oh yes, if you put it on the trample, we're dead. If you don't, we're not. But just put it on the trample. Thank you.
Explain to me how something with trample can also have haste. Like, if it's big and tramply, it shouldn't be able to move that fast.
I think we live. We do live. We go to 5. Hell yeah. Oh, it only does one thing? Damn it. And it's all of our mana. Oh my god. Fine. It's the first time we've seen this card. Oh, and we get rid of Death Sprout. That's a good card too. Okay. I could discard this to draw. Why not? We'll see what we have. Thrill of Possibility, which would allow us to discard a card to draw 2 cards.
Oh.
So a slight upgrade from what we just did, but
yeah.
we won't live that long, so it's irrelevant.
Oh.
We're at 5. They have 7 power, and we're tapped out, so.
Okay.
We do have these cool sleeves, though.
Yeah, we
Doesn't that help? That makes everybody feel better?
Yeah. Yeah. Karn is living his best life.
Are we just waiting for you here, Eltopa? Stop wasting my time. Congrats, you did. I was going to let you attack me and everything. Gain more life, but...
Thank you, Eltopa. All right, let's see.
Yeah, because you read this, so you're here.
Gregor says, Antelope, a city here in North California.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
I think I knew that.
I did not. Marcus says, my name is is a layered reference. So in response to the barbecue joint reference.
Right.
And he says, Pokemon and Pulp Fiction. Okay. Cool.
That is cool.
Do you like Pulp Fiction that much? I mean, I knew you liked Pokemon that much.
My coworker really likes Pulp Fiction.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. She loves it.
I
enjoyed it. I think, like, I feel this... I think I felt the same way about every Tarantino movie I've ever seen. I enjoyed them. I would watch them again, but I'm not obsessed with them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I have to agree with that. Like, okay, I watched it once. I'm okay with not ever seeing it again, and it was good. But I think it wasn't, in my opinion, better than that.
I think the one I've seen the most of is probably Kill Bill, volumes 1 and 2. I've had the opportunity to watch those many times. So, look at their sleeves, Amy.
Yeah.
Nissafrog from Bloomborough. Drew a Plains pass.
Godalope says, very cool, Gregor. East Coaster here in New York.
That's right.
Have fun on the getaway to Whitby.
Yeah. It sounds like fun. All right, so we drew a card that we can actually play. Doom Traveler.
So that piece was to see Holland.
I knew that, but...
I just wanted to specify that since
I appreciate it.
Yes, we are New Yorkers as well.
Correct. Again, you could tell by my accent earlier.
Yes.
I didn't mean it, I promise.
How dare you?
Alright, so it's a 2/3, and they could pay the 2 energy to put a counter on it.
Fizzy Star says, hey guys, how goes the game?
How are you, Fizzy Star? Great to see you.
Yeah.
This is an instant. Do I really want to... Sure, why not? I'll kill it. It does. That last game wasn't going very well, which I believe is when you joined us. But this game is fine so far. Obviously, it just started, so we'll see. But overall, the games tonight have been pretty fun. So there's that.
Fizzy Star says, saw you were streaming hours ago, but I was at a movie with Andre. Glad you're still alive.
We are, yeah, thanks. Okay, so we could do that. We could do that. I guess I'm just supposed to do this. The issue is, like, this thing gives every creature they play a +1/+1 counter. So, but it's when it enters. All right, I guess I pass. Because if they play a creature here, I just drop... Well, I guess either way, I just drop Prayer of Binding. But I'll make them play out their best creature, basically, that they hope gets a counter on it. And then I'll Prayer of Binding away the Unicorn so it doesn't get a counter when it enters. Farika's Spawn. Prayer of Binding. Steal the Unicorn. I gain 2 life. And now you have a 3/4. Bossry's Acolyte, eh?
Ooh.
That's a good one. Let's go like this. Lay it face down. And then no attacks and pass. Okay. Yeah, good. I was hoping they'd attack because I want the 1/1 flyer to be able to put the counter on with Bossry's Acolyte, because putting it on the Doom Traveler is a waste, but putting it on the flyer is very good. So there we go.
So, see, Holland says, oh, did you manage to catch Money in the Bank on Saturday?
I am not all the way done with it yet. I am most of the way through from today. I'm in the middle of the men's Money in the Bank match. So I've seen the women's match. I saw the Dominic Mysterio match. Probably something else that I'm forgetting. But what did you think? Without spoiling it for me, please and thank you. What did you think? They've baked it into a pie. I don't know that was fully worth it, but I guess that's their opinion. But hey, it prevents a counter from going on that flyer as well, so good for you. And I guess I attack for 2. End the turn.
I will attempt to not wear this jewelry again for another stream because this is just ridiculous.
It's so loud.
I sound like a Santa's sleigh.
Are you Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, or Blitzen?
I mean...
Or Rudolph, of course.
I was going to say, but do you recall? The most famous reindeer of all.
Never heard of him.
That's who I am.
Never heard of them. Okay, they proliferate with nothing. Oh, they can get another energy, actually. That's maybe relevant for more cards in their deck. Who knows? Don't target my thing. Get energy for yourself. No? No energy?
Godalope says, that movie was formative for me, LOL.
Pulp Fiction or Kill Bill?
Or Rudolph.
That's fair. All right, we drew another land. We now have 6. Interesting. Do I want to, do I care? I guess I can discard Dual Shot to draw, right? So I exile this, and then I discard Dual Shot to draw a card. Ooh, Lightning Helix. Hell yeah. Just the flyer. Keep the 2/3 back.
Godalope says, I rewatched that so many times when it came out with my buddies. LOL.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm guessing not Rudolph.
Maybe it was. You tell us.
C. Helen says, nice. Yeah, those 2 matches were good. We're watching Becky versus Lyra.
Yes, that's the one that I saw as well. Yeah, very good.
Oh, he's saying you're watching Becky versus Lyra?
No, I beat that. I beat that one. Wow, sorry. I watched that one already. Like I said, I'm in the men's. I did watch it in order. So, like I said, I forgot one. 8/8 Death Touch for 8 mana because they have a lot of lands. That's frustrating. But it can't block flying, so combat, attack for 2, keep up the hand land, and pass.
You just fly right over all those lands.
That's right. I sure do. I'm going to take 8 here, and that's going to suck. Down to 11. Thankfully, it's Death Touch, not Lifelink, so they stay at 13. They then play a 3/4 with Reach now. That sucks. That really sucks. Okay, take my turn. Of course. Wouldn't have expected anything less. But of course they played a Reacher, so there's nothing I can do at all here. So I end the turn. That's rough. They don't have to do much else. They're attacking with an 8/8. Pass to blockers. Block here. Okay. And... Come on. Come on. It's about that time. It's about that time, everybody. Holy shit. Why? That sucks so much.
Well, like you said, it's about that time. It's 10:30, so it's all right. It's got good timing.
That feels so bad. Give me something relevant, please. God damn it. Oh my god. If it didn't happen all the time, it would be funnier? I don't know. Alright, so let's Lightning Helix the shit out of your stupid raptor so that I can gain 3 life and have one of your blockers off the field. I'm at 6. Then I block here, take 3, but gain 2. So I go to 5. I do go to 5. Oh. Oh. Good. I was worried. Holy shit, I actually have enough mana for this? Where X is the number of attacking creatures. So I could still deal 3 damage to something. Look at how much... Look at all the things I could kill by dealing 3 damage. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's a blocker. I live.
You could deal 3 damage to their energy and completely kill it.
I cannot. That would be nice though. Where X is the number of attacking creatures, so basically what I'm gonna do... I can't even deal enough damage and then block to kill something that would allow me to live. This is the lower toughness. They have... You don't even need it. I just could have limped through for another turn. I'm just like, what the hell, man?
Thank you, Dark Confidant.
Why would you thank them? Why? What did they do that was thanksworthy?
It's my responsibility to thank every opponent we have.
Yeah. Yeah, Arena really rewards us for it, so. You're not wrong. Don't look at me like that. I'm in trouble. Alright. Oh, whatever. We'll do one more. If it's a loss, we're done. If it's a win, we're still done. Like, it's just...
I wasn't sure if you want to try to play Marcus.
Yeah, I mean... I can do that after this. And just... Douglas Machado. Okay. Oh, wow, they bumped us down to a bronze player. Thanks, Arena. Appreciate it.
Oh, they didn't even tell us?
No, not like we're bronze. I mean, like, we're playing a bronze player.
Bronze.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
Wow, I haven't seen the Beholder companion in a while, I feel like. The one game that we don't have the stupid dual shot in our hand, our opponent actually plays a 1/1 for 1 for the first time.
See, Helen says, if you didn't have bad luck, you'd have no luck at all. LOL. Crying,
you are
laughing face.
so right on that. I mean...
Godalope says, jingle, jangle, jingle. And music notes. Fizzy Star says, do you just stick to MTG on this channel, or do you play other card games occasionally?
That is a very good question, Fizzy Star. We have played other card games on occasion on this channel, but it has been, to be fair to anyone who has watched, it has been a while since we have done that.
Right.
We made content for Varia for a while, the card game Varia. I have done a fair bit of Hearthstone on this channel as well. Technically, for an April Fool's joke, we played Yu-Gi-Oh! Once on this channel on a Monday when April Fool's Day fell on a streaming day for Magic Arena. So yes, technically it's multiple trading card games. And yeah.
But it's mostly Magic.
Yes. Well, and like I said, these days it is basically entirely Magic.
Right.
But that does not mean that someday in the future we would not go back to doing those other things. It's just currently with the time and opportunity that we have, this is where we're at.
Godalope says Pulp Fiction and Rudolph. Ha ha ha. Okay, good.
Amazing.
Greg says, yes, made it. Late stream for the win.
What's up, Greg?
Hiya, guys. How's everyone?
We are...
Smile.
Good. I mean, obviously you saw a pretty crushing defeat moments ago, but...
Exactly.
But I mean, overall, we're fine.
See, Holland welcomes Greg. Godalope welcomes Greg.
Mm-hmm.
Gregor says, maybe you get a spanking?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got it. Maybe you get a spanking.
Oh, okay. I was like, I have no idea what the fuck I'm saying right now. Sup, fellow Greg, with a smile. Oh, nice. So Greg smiles and says, what format is this?
This is mixed up draft. So basically arena chaos draft. 5th land, exile target artifact or enchantment of which they have none, or I could cycle this. For now, I think I just sit here and pass.
Oh man, I'm so hungry.
Same. Same. We had a very rushed dinner before we joined you all, which means we did not get to finish eating dinner before we joined you all. So we will go finish our dinner after this is over. Let's see what I draw, just out of curiosity. Maybe that'll help me make this decision of whether I block this 3/3 or not. That does help me make the decision. What a draw. Way to go. Do they have pump? That'd be hilarious. You got it. Oh, just protection? Okay. Fine. So I can't target it so I don't gain the 3. I just stay at 15. Oh, and they choose red so that then even if I block, I can't trade anymore. And they scry 1. Keep it on top. No blocks. Take 3. Go to 12. Okay. Fine. For 1 mana, huh? Good for you. And a 3 mana 3/3.
Gregor says, post a pizza place so we can sponsor. Oh.
Oh, speaking of sponsor, everybody, as a reminder, the 29th, the last Sunday of this month, we will be live here on this channel. What do we say? Starting at 1 p.m. Eastern.
Yes.
Similar to our start time, or it was exactly the same as our start time, but similar to our start time for
our sponsored stream.
For the streamer event that we just did. So please be aware of that, so that if you are interested, we would love to have you join us. It is our 10-year anniversary on YouTube.
Yes.
And we will be having a celebration of our 10 years on YouTube, along with some announcements about changes to the channel. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to keep it vague. You're welcome. But yeah, some changes to the channel that hopefully people will be excited for. So it is not like, Joe's not doing such and such anymore. No, it's nothing like that. We're just changes that we hope you'll all be excited to hear about.
Yeah, so check us out.
Yeah. Like I said, the 29th. I guess I get rid of the flyer because the other ones I can chump block if I need to.
Greg says, wow, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. It should be great. I agree.
See, Holland says, sounds cool. And Greg says, have we drew all our lands?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have not. Oh, and 8. There's one in the graveyard that we just discarded to draw this Sky Knight Legionnaire, but...
So halfway through.
What?
Halfway through, then?
Yes. More than halfway through. Oh, Boon Satyr. First of all, I remember when that used to be a rare, but second of all, that's a good draw.
How many lands is typical?
17.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
So what did I say? Whatever. I'm not paying attention.
Okay.
I'm trying to just live.
That's fine.
My bad. Can't take 6, so we go like this. All right. Sky Knight Legionnaire. Grand Ball Guest. Celebration count? It does, but it's only until end of turn. No attacks. And we are very dead. We go to -1, in fact. If they swing out, which they do. Block here. Block here. Okay. So it worked out. Somehow we were actually able to finish this.
Thank you, Douglas Mikado.
Oh, have said Machado, but whatever.
Okay.
It doesn't
Sure.
matter.
Machado.
Who knows, man?
Macchiato.
Macchiato. There's a good one. We got one win. One whole win. And we earned this call time pack.
Yeah, definitely. Holy crap.
All right, Marcus, are you still looking for a game, or do you want to call it a night? I don't mind either way, truly. If you want a game, let's play a game. Heal up. I literally have to gain one more life. We're at 776 out of 777.
Oh.
Son of a bitch.
It's like fully closed too. It like doesn't even, like you only know by those numbers that you haven't actually completed it.
Yep. Well, and because it's here, but yeah, you're totally right. Yeah.
So stupid.
That's funny.
Fizzy Star says, always happy to see what you have planned.
Oh, good.
Oh, good.
Glad to hear it, Fizzy Star. Thank you.
We appreciate that.
Yeah, it should be, like I said, it should be fun. We'll, in fact, what I want some folks to come with, I mean, some of you are newer, and that's totally fine. What I want some folks to think about between now and then is think about some of or one of your favorite moments from watching us here on Geek for All. If it's like, if it's something like just watching Joe draw lands and get salty about it, totally fine, right? Obviously, that's not specific because it happens so often. You're welcome. But if it's a specific like video or whatever, and you remember it enough to like look it up or remember the name, or like, oh, I liked the pre-release video, like pre-release opening video that you did for Bloomborough or something, like whatever it is. If you can remember specifics, bring that with you to the stream, either, mentally or written down or whatever.
Greg says, the dragon. I don't know what that is in reference to. Commander Legends.
Oh, that. Okay, so that's one of your...
Marcus is ready to play.
Yeah, I'm good.
And Godalope says, Crab Detective and Patented Handland, LOL.
Perfect.
Okay.
Right. I'm going to try the mill deck. I think this mill deck is either... It's one or the other, right? It's very fast or it's very slow. Or, no, it's very fast and wins, or it loses very quickly as well. Queen Alanal of Rudak is what Marcus is playing. Marcus the Brilliant.
Of Zalfir.
That's right. All right, Ghost Vacuum. Yeah, this is great. Tapped unless you control 2 or more. Oh, that's actually kind of interesting. Keep.
And Greg says Commander Legends.
Commander Legends, we will talk about that. Don't you worry, Greg. That was a hell of a video. A hell of a video.
And Marcus had said Professor Samson motherfucking Oak.
That's right.
I don't understand what that means.
Professor Oak's middle name is Samson.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Let's see if he bolts the bird.
Okay, so it's like Professor SM for the Samson, and then Oak.
I mean...
Professor Smoke.
Well, again, that's the combined reference, yeah. Alright, so 4 mana for this. What does this do? Whenever one or more tokens you control enter, draw a card. When it becomes level 2, make a token that's a copy, or creature tokens you control get +2/+2. Do I just do this to start this going? I guess I do. Because I could have played Jace, but... Holy crap. He milled 5 cards. Good. So, Anointed Procession, Cosmic Rebirth, Field of Ruin, Raise the Alarm, and Samwise Gamgee.
Ah.
Alright. Heliod's Intervention. He's going to destroy this. I might as well exile something from his graveyard. Like, I don't know what he can get back, but I'll get rid of Anointed Procession just so he can't make a million tokens.
Greg says, seems like a token deck.
Yep, works for me. I could just Jace it up here, but target opponent mills 3. Put a land from their graveyard onto the battlefield tapped under your control.
He's got an awesome companion.
Yeah, the silvery dragon. Sure, I'll attack with my mill deck. Who cares? I draw a card. It's Command Tower. Nice. Very nice.
All right, I'm gonna get us water.
Thank you. Overlord of the Mistmoors. Make 2/2/1s, but because of Caretaker's Talent, he draws a card. Very nice. Level 2. Make a token that's a copy of a token. You got it. Extinction Event. So this is even. This is 0, which is even. So I don't want to do that. But I'll play this. I'm still one away from Ashiok now that the Ornithopter died. Smart move on Marcus's part. They all have flying, so playing Jace would be a very dumb idea. But it would put him to 6, and then one of them would be shrunk. Sure. Let's see if he diverts some creatures over to Jace to shrink him down. Okay. No attacks. I draw Castle Lochthwain. Alright. Thank you, Amy.
Yeah.
I guess that's how I'm drawing my land, is from John Irenicus's abilities. And that's fine with me. I do control a swamp, because this is an island swamp. So there's that. Creature tokens get +2/+2 on level 3. Alright, well, fine, Jace dies. You got it, and I take 1. Down to 22. Jace is dead.
Gregor says from South Park?
Oh, is that where John Irenicus is from? I don't. I mean, that's definitely not where this reference is from, but otherwise I have no idea. 2/3 whenever it attacks or blocks. I mean, cost 4. One more land and I would get there. This is a sorcery. So I guess I'm supposed to... I think I have to. Let's go to combat. Swing for 3. This is whenever it enters or attacks. That's unfortunate. And it's odd. But I think I'm supposed to do this and just choose even. And get rid of everything. Yes, I will move that to the command zone. Thanks for asking. Okay. Selesnya Charm, make a 2/2 and draw a card. But it's a 4/4, of course. Go to 18. Queen Alanal of Rudak. She's a 2/2. Power and toughness are equal to the number of creatures. If one or more creature tokens would be created, those tokens plus a 1/1 soldier are created instead. Cool.
Cosplay idea, legit.
She does look really cool.
She really does.
I'm gonna cut her down, I guess.
You're gonna cut the flowers. Just...
Yes, right off her shoulders.
Yep.
We drew Baleful Mastery. Exile target creature or planeswalker. Speaking of planeswalkers, I can't play this and this, but I could just do this. Destroy this.
Gregor says, token from South Park.
Oh, I see. Put a land from the graveyard on the battlefield, tap under your control. but that doesn't leave me enough, so I will wait on that. Because I want to keep up this card. Technically, it also is allowing me to keep up this one. And then otherwise I can use this ability if I need to. He puts it on the bottom. He's got 78 cards left in his library. We got a long way to go. A long way to go. He is playing a 6/6 this turn at the end of the turn. We do have this, thankfully. Elspeth. Good one. If one or more tokens would be created, twice that many are created instead. So he makes a soldier. Exile this thing. Okay, good. Drew a land. Play the land. That's awkward. I guess I pass. So she's fine. Make two more. So oh, because she doubles it as well. Great. Okay. My bad, I guess. Okay. That was a huge misplay on the Elspeth. I was trying to pretend that it wasn't, but to not acknowledge it at all is very stupid. I had the counterspell in hand when he played Elspeth, and I just didn't use it, and that's my fault. So, we've lost the game because of that, but whatever. It's fine. We can go eat food then instead.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Treasure vault. Sure. I'll take it.
My knee just made a noise that knees shouldn't make.
Target player mills 4, then exile their graveyard. But what am I actually doing here? Nothing? Fine. Mill 4, exile your graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4. Starnheim Unleashed. Nice. And the Hangerback Walker, it looked like. Combat. End the turn. Multiple tokens enter. 6 treasure to be specific. Ogier Talk duplicates tokens again.
Greg says you need another sweeper. Jesus.
Yep, he just made 12 more 3/3s. Yeah, like I said, it was a misplay to not stop the Elspeth. We just die. Cool. Good game, Marcus. Good game, I guess. I don't. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, don't. Just kill me, please. We gotta go eat food.
You're so hungry, man.
Yeah. He says, good game. I can... X equals 1, 2, 3. X equals 3. Kill one of the 3/3s. Gain 3 life. Ashiok dies, and so do we. I'm conceding. That should have been the death of me, so I will allow it to be. We apparently gained some life, so we got the heal up achievement.
Oh, yes. We did it.
Finally. Claim 777 life. We also did Test of Endurance, reach a life total of 50 or greater, and Small Power Big Heart. Have 400 creatures with power 2 or less enter under your control over any number of games.
Nice.
Oh, and Assemble the Titans cast 9 or more legendary spells over the course of a single game because we have my Joda Legendaries deck.
Nice. Okay.
We can't do that yet. It's not over yet.
Gregor says, yes, sir?
Because Greg said Jesus.
Oh, okay.
So no, Marcus, that was what Greg said, but also I massively misplayed. And when you played Elspeth, I was like, oh, cool, Elspeth, completely forgetting that I was holding up counterspells specifically for something scary. But like Elspeth wasn't scary enough, I guess. And I just didn't counter her because I just wasn't paying attention. So
He says, oh no.
yeah, whatever, man. It happens. We're food deprived, so I apologize for the crappy game. I'll do better next time, and you know there'll be a next time. So thank you very much for the game. Great game on your part. Next
As
time,
always.
next time maybe I'll counter Elspeth. We'll see. Whatever.
And thank you, Marcus of Zalfir.
The brilliant.
The brilliant.
That's right.
Greg says, going to eat some dinner. Have a great night, guys.
We're gonna do the same, Greg. So thank you.
Yes.
You have a great night as well. Say hi to the fam.
That's love.
That's right.
Thanks again for a great weekend.
Thank
Smile.
you. Thank you. What a great great experience we had.
Yes. Agreed. And you looked pretty good as Cloud, Greg. You should wear that all the time.
He really did. And again, work on those bicep curls with that damn heavy Buster Sword.
He says, smile. Marcus said, good games. Thanks for the match.
Thank you, Marcus. Always a pleasure. As always.
And Greg says, thanks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Gregor says, ... find a pizza place to sponsor.
Yeah, I mean, we have our local place, but depending on how local it is, we may not want to necessarily announce that to the world, but still, that's really cool. So, and thank you for that. Like I said, don't forget, stream coming up on the 29th, Sunday the 29th.
Marcus says that deck is fairly new. I'm glad to see it work.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Good.
I look forward to playing it many more times. Hopefully getting some wins on it eventually, but regardless, getting to see it play is really cool.
Good, Marcus. I'm glad that gave you some insights on it, hopefully.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and like I said, I look forward to seeing it more in the future, for sure. Next Monday, by the way, when we're back, I know I kind of ended my point earlier, but next Monday when we're back, we will be playing for the first time on a non-streamer event, Final Fantasy, Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy, as you can see right here, on MTG Arena. So that will be next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully you all won't miss it. If you're interested, we would love to have you come back and join us.
Yes.
As we are here every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern for more. So stay tuned for that. Also, we are live on Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern over on Video Games for All. Link in the description down below. We are going to be starting Super Mario Land. Amy will be experiencing that game for the first time ever. If for whatever reason we beat that game during the stream, we will move on to Super Mario Land 2 and 3. That'll just be our plan going forward in general. So stay tuned for those Fridays over on Video Games for All, 8 p.m. Eastern. Same start time as these streams, but on Friday instead of Monday. And as a reminder, our third channel,
Gluten-free for all.
also linked down in the description box below. And whether you are here or there, please don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell. It helps us out, of course, but it actually helps you out as well. You don't have to memorize our schedule. If you want to be here for a certain video, or like a pre-recorded video or a stream, you don't have to memorize our schedule. You don't have to know when the video comes out. You don't have to check back constantly. You just get that notification thanks to the, you get notifications sent directly to you when we upload those. And thank you so much for that support. We appreciate it. And for those that want to support more, Gregor being one of them, as he is mentioning, like I said, tune into that stream on the Sunday the 29th. It's coming up in 20 days.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see you there. We wanted to announce it ahead of time so that people maybe can clear their schedule. We understand it's a Sunday. We will be going for a while. It's not going to be like a streamer event where we're going to go for 12 hours, maybe 4 or 5. It depends on how we feel. Like with what we do with most things, if we feel like we're like in a groove and there's like a million people here and we're all having fun, we're not going to be like, cool, thanks for coming, everybody. I know Amy's not caught up with chat, but goodbye.
Right.
But at the same time, if we're like tired and hungry, like we're not going to make ourselves miserable. We'll do what
or
we
if
can.
there's
so.
nobody in chat and we're starting to feel like we've overstayed our welcome,
Yeah.
we'll make an exit.
Exactly. And we will play it by ear. We kind of penciled it in for like 4 or 5 hours, like we said, but like, again, we'll play it by ear as it gets to the end of that time. Or if we're 2 or 3 hours in and there aren't many people that are interested, then, maybe we would bail. But we'll see how that goes. Hopefully you all enjoy. Like I said, we have some stuff planned and we want you all to come with your favorite memories. Mention them then. I appreciate the folks that mentioned it now. I'm not going to remember until then, so please remind us then as well. But something to think about as you go between now and then. So
Yeah. C. Holland says, thanks for the stream.
thank you for being here, C. Holland. Always appreciate it.
Yes. And Gregor says, don't forget, listen to Marcus King. Great music.
I will make it a point to do that. That's great.
Okay, I'll write that down.
Yes, please do. And in fact, as a reminder, folks, I guess I gave all the reminders that we had to give. Good. So then, Amy, now that you're done doing that,
Yes.
this is a reminder. These streams would not be the same without all of you amazing folks. In fact, most, if not all of you, were with us for our streamer event stream. If you go and look at the numbers on that stream right now on the channel, most of those numbers were from the day itself. In fact, I think less than 50 have been since the stream. What an incredible experience and honor it was to stream for so many people. It broke a record for sure.
Big time.
Almost times 2. Almost. Not quite, but almost.
It's been great.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. So you all are awesome. Thank you all for being there. We hope that you enjoyed. And again, that stream, same as this one, same as everyone, wouldn't be the same without each and every one of you in chat. And so, Amy, because of that, you have some work to do.
I do. Gregor, thanks so much for being back. It's really nice to see you. It's nice to learn more about you.
Yeah, we're glad you enjoyed enough to
Yeah.
return. That means a lot. Truly
whole
does.
lot.
Yeah.
C. Holland, thank you for being here for all of these. That means a lot too.
Especially with the time zone difference, but
Right.
in general as well.
You already know that. It's 11 o'clock here, so I can't imagine how late it is there. I know we say this every time, but it's because we're grateful for you.
Exactly.
Marcus, thank you so much for the game. Thank you so much for being amazing. Thank you so much for the conversations. You always have something insightful to say, and you're always here. You're just the loyalist and the best.
And yeah, and thanks for the game. And yeah, like Amy said, I mean, a big part of the discussion tonight was thanks to you, and that's really appreciated.
Greg, thank you so much for making it here. I'm glad we were still here when you got here.
That's right.
So that you could. And we had an amazing time with you and your store and your employees and just it was cool.
Yeah. Agreed.
Godalope, thank you so much for being here as always, and I'm glad that you had so many things to say tonight and that hopefully means that you're not like completely bogged down with orders right now, which is nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was great. Fizzy Star, thank you so much for being back. And I'm glad you went to the movies with Andre. I hope that was fun.
Yeah, exactly. And thanks for caring enough to stop in here. I know usually you're a watcher over on Video Games for All. And so even if you're not a big fan of Magic the Gathering, the fact that you stopped to check in with us here is really cool. It means a lot. So thank you.
Yeah, and thank you for asking if we play other games on this channel, because it's few and far between, but it does exist, and we appreciate knowing that somebody cares about that.
That's right.
And so that gives us an indication that that might be something we want to focus on getting back to at some point.
That's right.
RVRD, thank you so much for being back. It really means a lot to us that you are. Hopefully we'll see you again.
Yes.
And thank you for being so active in chat. Like, it really means a lot that people have something to say when they come here.
Yes. Well, and especially with you being at work, and you know, it being very early in the morning over there. So, so thanks for waking up with us, I guess.
Yeah.
We're a morning show for you. That's great.
Exactly. Yeah, and that was some pretty deep conversations for us to have too at
First thing in the
8 in the morning. So hey, you know, I'm grateful that we have so many great viewers that care to come here to say so many things, to say things that maybe they're not necessarily even comfortable saying other places or to other people, and they know they can come here and talk about things, and that it will be a conversation, and that they won't have to worry about people, you know, saying, get the hell out of here, you know, or whatever. You know, this is a safe space.
Yeah, that's right.
Frog Pizza, thank you so much for being here. I know we sort of spottily see you, but I want you to know that we appreciate that you're here when you are.
Thanks for taking the time.
Yeah. Inquiring Mind Screw, it was really nice talking to you at the beginning. You were the one and only here for a little while, so that was really cool.
That's right.
And Erica makes it to every stream, basically. It really means a lot. Even if she's not super focused on what we're doing, she makes an effort to be here, give us the view, say hello to us, because she cares, and she's incredible.
That's right. And we appreciate all of that, every bit of that. It's great. Thank you.
Yeah. Gregor says Marcus King, Working Man Blues. Okay.
So I can write that down.
Add that.
Perfect.
Working Man Blues.
Well, you know the drill, everybody. More magic next Monday, but between now and then, first of all, 2 more videos over on Video Games for All tomorrow and Wednesday, so stay tuned for those. But also our stream on Friday on Video Games for All, so stay tuned for that. There's going to be a gluten-free for all video this month, maybe even 2 of them.
Yes.
So stay tuned for that. And again, make sure if you need to and haven't done so already that you subscribe and ring that bell so that you'll get those notifications. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so very much. And between now and the next time that we see you all, whenever that happens to be, please continue to stay safe and happy and healthy. That is to you and yours super important. And for now, from us here at the Geek for All family of channels, I have been Joe.
And I'm Mimi.
And as we always say, in whichever video or stream of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.